What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Family Circle podcast, episode 7.
Episode 7, we're back.
Episode 7.
7 weeks of this.
7 weeks.
Do you know what? Honestly, I keep thinking to myself, should I be cutting short for this to put on YouTube as well?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's a massive gap in between each podcast.
There's a massive gap, and I think there's a lot of topics that we touch on through one podcast.
Yeah, and the weeks go so fast.
They do.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like we're not doing enough. I don't know what it is.
No, we are, because obviously we have it on TikTok. So there are short form content going up on TikTok. So if you're not following us on TikTok, guys, head over to TikTok.
Yeah.
Family Circle podcast over there. And we do put up some short clips.
Yeah, we do.
Which is doing good. It's doing okay. So we just need some more followers. So if you don't mind, that would be grateful.
Yeah.
And then we also have Lorenzo here with us today.
Yeah.
Another guest. Well,
Not much of
a reappearance.
Not much of a guest, is he? Turns up uninvited.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? He just comes into the podcast.
I was literally doing my lesson.
No, you wasn't doing your lesson.
not.
You've been downstairs, yeah.
Oh,
already today.
so when you told me to do this today,
Yes.
yeah, when you called me, I was downstairs.
You was upstairs.
You looking at camera.
How long was you upstairs for? Though?
Like, gone 30 minutes.
No, you
Stop
wasn't.
lying, Lorenzo.
I was.
Hang on a
lying.
minute. Hang on a minute.
Stop lying.
Pause that.
Yeah.
Obviously, but he can lie, and he probably will. What was you doing upstairs?
English.
No, you
No,
was
you
not.
wasn't.
I had South Park on the TV.
Lorenzo.
South Park on the TV, so he was
South
watching
Park.
TV.
So you put South Park on.
Yeah.
5 to 10 minutes before that.
Because a little bit of background noise because you said, it shouldn't be just quiet in your room.
Yeah.
It'll make you feel sad.
And why did I say that, Lorenzo?
It was just,
Because yesterday I came in your room, yeah, and what did you say to me in your room?
what did I say?
What did you say?
I don't know.
You said to me, Dad, can we go out and play some football?
I messaged you that.
No.
I didn't say it to
Yeah,
you.
and I came in.
It's why is he
was
lying?
already pressed.
Already his
No.
Already,
I wasn't here
No,
to hear
already
this.
his story is
No.
because I messaged it him. I didn't say it to him.
Okay. So I came. Did I not come to your room and speak to you about it?
No,
So
that,
what-
that was in the evening yesterday.
And what information
That was
did I
in the
give you?
evening
When I
yesterday.
came into the room, what information did I give you?
Turn your lights on.
Yeah.
And have something on the record.
Exactly. So I did come into your room.
Yeah, but you didn't.
No, Lorenzo.
But I didn't say
Get
it.
him out of
But
here.
that's not what I said to him. Oh
Listen,
my
you're
God.
knocking
That's
the
not
mic,
what I
not
said
the
to
mic.
him.
Yeah, listen. So basically the conversation is around this kid being upstairs in his room, obviously revising for his English and maths exam, which he's got tomorrow, an English exam. Yesterday he went to tutoring, which felt like it was a bit of a waste of time, if I'm being honest. You're turning up to tutoring, yeah, and in that 2 hours you're at tutoring, you did a test.
Answered one question.
And you answered one question in
question.
2 hours.
You said you answered
It's
one
not
said
one
one
big
question.
question. Yeah, I answered the end question and then I started another one.
Oh.
Yeah, but then obviously you hadn't been marked though. So I've got to mark that today.
Yeah, but Dad, have you seen
I've
the
sent
mark
it
scheme?
to the tutor already.
Yeah, but when's he going to mark it though?
Have you seen the mark scheme?
No, I'm not interested. I'm saying, when's he going to mark it though? Because there's no point. You've got the exam tomorrow.
I know.
So obviously you need to know what you're doing right and wrong. To be honest, you should already know because obviously, literally the exam's tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you should already know what you should be working on still.
It's because he was focused on maths.
Yeah.
Because obviously
Too
that
focused.
was where obviously there were so many things that could come up that you wouldn't know. Whereas English,
There's no right or wrong answer in English.
There is a right and wrong answer.
The teacher
Oh my
literally
God.
said to me.
Yeah. What
that
he
isn't-
said. Yeah.
You know, he said to me.
What?
He said literally, it depends how the invigilator feels on the day.
Okay.
People who are marking it.
Comprehension, yeah, is getting text.
That's so easy.
Okay, getting text, and then they'll ask you questions based on the text.
That's easy. That's
Yeah.
the easiest
Okay,
part.
so isn't that mostly what your exam's about tomorrow?
No.
What's it about then?
It's about like describing how the writer portrays this user.
Okay,
And
so-
one of the questions you have to write either describe a picture or write a story.
So hang on a minute.
Yeah,
Let me
I'm sorry. So basically, you get the information and then answer the question, like I just said.
You have the script, a big
So it's
script
comprehension then.
for like one section.
Can I
It's
ask one
comprehension?
question?
For a
Yeah,
section.
it's
Can I ask one
comprehension.
question?
Yeah.
How long is this exam?
An hour and 45.
How long is it taking you to fill out one question?
One question. I've
Yeah.
done that for a bit.
But how long is it taking you to
Hey,
fill out a question?
No, it's true though, because you went to tutoring. You said you answered one question
You were
in
there for 2 hours.
I didn't answer that one question in 2 hours. I literally said I've done that one question and then I went on to another test. I have 2 tests on my iPad.
Why is it getting animated?
I'm just a little bit
I'm
concerned.
very concerned.
irritated.
You have
I
an
told
hour
You know
you.
and a
what
half.
I did?
No.
I did the last question.
Yeah.
Then I done another exam, the same kind of exam, but it had different questions, and I managed to do 3 questions.
How
I'm
many questions
concerned,
are
man.
on the exam?
5.
5. Do you feel like you have enough time to answer the questions?
Yeah, but like one of them requires like 45 minutes.
But do you feel like you have enough time to answer
Yeah,
these
I'll be
questions?
fine.
I'm concerned. I'm just.
So I think we kind of put all we kind of focused on maths a little bit.
He focused on maths a little bit too much.
But you
I told
he
him.
needed.
I said,
Did
no.
you not say it?
Hang on a second. No, I said to you, when you go to the tutor, do 50-50.
No, you didn't.
I said 1 hour in English, 1 hour on maths. Why would I not say that?
But I think the tutor was more
stupid.
concerned about
The
his
tutor
maths.
wanted me to do maths because it was literally days before the exam.
Yeah,
innit?
but you've been going there for months.
And then before when I was going there for months, I was doing 50-50.
Listen, you're doing two
subjects. I used to do one day maths and science, another day English and maths.
Lorenzo,
But
you're doing two
in all
subjects.
fairness, though, when it's we go to Birmingham City and the tutor or the teachers there,
Yeah.
he has been getting good feedback. So
Yeah,
they
he's
do
getting good
believe he's
feedback.
at a good level. Otherwise, they would have messaged
I'm
saying
just
they're
looking, I
concerned.
went in today, had a look at better look at his work.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it was
And-
one sentence.
And I
Was there a
cut the
spelling
sentence.
mistake?
There was
No,
a spelling mistake.
I didn't put a full
You didn't
stop.
put full stop.
Oh God, Lorenzo!
Yeah, no, come on,
please.
that's terrible.
It's just I forget.
No, you can't be forgetting that. And
He said you should never forget to put a full stop.
No, you should
never.
Tiago would never forget to put a
No,
full
he
stop.
wouldn't.
Thing
And
is, I've
not
always
only
forgot-
that. Not only that. He started in his sentence, didn't have a capital letter.
Oh, Lorenzo, no,
So
man.
I think he's gonna fail this English.
If you fail the English and you put all the effort into the maths, you
He's
still do functional
stupid.
skills next year.
No, I don't. You think that's funny though? It's just stupid. though.
It was. I get it. Yeah, it is poor, but it was just one sentence.
It's terrible.
It won't happen
I would
in the
never
exam.
make that mistake.
In the exam,
Well, it's not gonna happen
you know
now.
how paranoid I'd be in the exam.
Yeah, but you should be just doing it naturally. You shouldn't be
I've
at
never-
16
thing is-
forgetting to put a capital letter to start a sentence. That's mad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is crazy, isn't it? It's rushing and that all the time. Sort yourself out, kid.
So
man,
he done
honestly.
his
Sort
done his
yourself out.
maths exam last week Friday. So obviously we spoke that he had it and he did it and he came out and he was quite positive about it.
Yeah, I was confident.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can't hear you.
I was
know.
confident. I
Yeah.
think, I
Sorry,
think it
can you
was good.
repeat that again? Like closer,
Oh yeah,
so
I
we
think-
can hear you.
I think it was good.
Yeah. So Lorenzo done his first exam last week Friday.
Yeah.
Obviously we done the podcast on Thursday and we said obviously he had his exam on the Friday, which was maths GCSE exam.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the exam ball? What was it? Because you said there was two.
I did an AQA.
He done AQA and there was what? EdXL.
EdXL.
Yeah, that's what.
EdXL.
That's but that was what the school was doing, anyways.
But what was it just you that was doing AQA there?
Yeah, just me.
But they said the paper was different, innit?
Yeah, theirs is different.
So we put something up online, right, on TikTok, and a lot of people were saying that the EdXL was hard.
Yeah.
And I don't get that.
Everyone,
God.
I feel
Why
like
do
you should be
keep saying
fair,
this?
though.
Listen, if you revised for the exam and you listened, nothing should be hard. This is only
No,
GCSE.
I get
you know.
that, but what I'm
These
saying
kids are going like
is-
just literally doing a master's.
I
or something.
feel like if they're all doing for the same result, they should all have the same kind of paper.
no, but the questions are just styled differently. That's why.
That's all it is. It's just whatever the
It's, just,
school
it's, like
decided.
it's the same topics,
use
but
as a board.
they're just styled different. Like everyone would have the same topics, but like the questions was just like,
It's not no big thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand why this kid's coming out and say, "Oh, you know what I mean? If you're doing that tier of foundation,
Yeah.
if you revised for the questions that you've been taught for the last probably 2, 3, 4 years,
Yeah.
just pass the exam.
But why not just make them all the same?
Doesn't make difference. It's just the way it's
Why?
worded.
But why do it different? And that's what I don't get.
It doesn't make no
Because
difference.
obviously Lorenzo done AQA.
It's got nothing to do with it. Though.
And he's done EdXL, and she was like, it was hard.
Who said it was hard?
Faith.
Who's Faith? Oh, your niece.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
Our
but
niece
these
done-
don't know who Faith
No,
is.
I'm just yeah. My niece Faith, who is also the same age as Lorenzo. So I have a nephew who's the same age as Lorenzo, and a niece who's the same age as Lorenzo, Teo, and Faith. Obviously, you would have seen them on our family YouTube channel if you follow Meet the Greers. They obviously are all doing the GCSEs at the same because obviously the same age, and obviously Teo's like crazy
Teo's a
smart.
nerd.
Yeah, he's crazy smart. Faith, obviously, she's very intelligent as well, but she done AQA. No, she
No,
done
it's an
EdXL,
EdXL.
but I don't know where EdXL, did they do higher
no,
and
they're both.
foundation?
I think they're both done higher.
So they done higher
But
papers.
everyone's saying EdXL higher was impossible.
Yeah, so
it
people
can't be impossible,
were
though.
saying that every single question, right?
Like, was hard.
Every
might
question,
be,
there was
though,
like 17 questions or something like that, but they were all like,
Like
5
5
marks.
markers.
Oh, really?
5, 6
okay,
markers.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, yeah. All these exams, it's just about remembering, innit?
Yes.
That's all it is.
Easier
It's
said
just-
than done.
No, but it is though.
You've
Just
got a
remem-
crazy mad memory anyway.
Just remember.
For
how
some
to do it.
reason, it doesn't work when I'm doing schoolwork.
Listen, it has to work. Or you're doing functional skills next year.
What is Scotland's something animal? What is it? Scotland's
Unicorn?
Yeah. So see,
It's-
that come up in like a thingy, a quiz the other day.
yeah, because I remembered it one time in PSHE when I was in like year 7.
But I thought it was a hoax when it said, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's a unicorn." I was like, "How the hell do you
What's
remember
that?
that?"
Scotland's what?
National animal.
National animal.
Oh,
It's a unicorn. Remember we was doing that
I
quiz
remember.
off?
Yeah, I remember.
And he knew all the silly things.
Listen,
But
forget
yet
the
he can't remember a
unicorns.
formula.
Yeah,
remember
you
a
got to
formula.
remember, and just make sure tomorrow when you go to the exams, you start with a capital letter at the top of the sentence.
And put a
end with
full
frigging
stop. Do
full
you know what?
stop.
I'm gonna get
Mad.
Tiago this evening, yeah, to run through some things with you.
Nah,
You
they're
write
taking
our
the
sentence,
piss.
we'll get Tiago to
Nah,
mark it.
just having a laugh at it.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Lorenzo is really good with his English. I feel like we've always kind of left him with that because he was always fine with that. I feel like with maths, it's just sometimes they can throw in like random curveball questions.
I'll be honest. I was never good at maths.
Was you? No. What do you mean? Never good at
terrible.
maths?
Even in primary school, I was
Yeah.
just like, I didn't know like the basic stuff.
Really?
Nah.
Yeah, but why?
I used to just zone out, and I was just
It's not interesting.
Yeah,
No.
but I feel like once someone explains it to you in the right way, you kind of clicks and you go, oh, that's not even that hard. And all of a sudden you know how to do it. I feel like sometimes when teachers explain it, they explain it in different ways. Sometimes it's easy for some people to learn. Sometimes it's easy for others.
Yeah.
I felt like that in maths. When I went to college and I was doing more maths, there was a way he was explaining it and it seemed like, hang on, why was I never told it this way?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The teacher does make a massive difference.
Sometimes it makes a massive
Because
difference.
maths is supposed to be fun, you know.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, if you know what you're doing, basically. If you don't, and you,
I just asked Tiago.
do you know what I mean? So yeah, big exam tomorrow.
Yes.
Then it was my birthday.
Yeah, Nathan's
That
birthday.
card's making me cringe.
8. What the card?
Yeah, it's making me
Why does it
cringe.
make you cringe?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
it's a
making-
bit cringy. If I'm
No,
being
it's not. It's
Just
a
a little
lovely
cringy.
card.
It's making me
I
cringe.
made
Yeah.
that on Moonpig while I was away on holiday.
Yeah.
We and Nathan actually went away for Nathan's birthday / our anniversary. So we went to a
Yeah,
place.
and you didn't tell us it was Banelands.
Yeah, because you don't need to know because you
Do
weren't
you
coming.
want to know? Do you want to even know how I knew you went to
Go on then,
Banelands?
let's tell. Spill the beans.
You sent a picture.
I didn't
yeah,
send a picture.
of the menu.
You
Did
sent
I
a
say,
picture.
oh, I sent a
you did.
picture?
And
The
I
family
seen the
group.
menu, and I recognised the restaurant.
Yeah. I thought you stalking
You know,
my
it
Instagram.
wasn't a, do you know what I mean? A secret where we was going.
No, we just didn't tell you because you
We
weren't
didn't
coming.
know. We
Yeah,
thought
because
you
you're
were,
not coming.
we thought you went to that other place you used to go to, that spa place.
Oh, Hallcross Hall.
Cross
yeah,
Hall.
yeah.
No, we didn't go there. We went to Banelands.
Yeah.
Why would we tell
Marcelo
you?
was-
Thing is, you
Marcelo
lot would be
was
more irritated.
vexed when I told him.
He was irritated.
Yeah.
We had a voice note from him.
He's
we knew.
angry and
I
that.
know.
The thing
Yeah.
is,
Oh,
not
no,
every
Banelands.
single time when we go away do you like have to come. Because there's got to be times when we go
Do you
away.
know,
that
do you know
lot
what we was
don't.
going to do? We was going to go Centre Parks.
Yeah,
Just me and Dad.
just me and you.
We
Yeah.
looked at loads of different places to go and we just landed on Banelands because it was just like we got Banelands for, I don't know if you got, Banelands is like a, what's it, like a log?
It's like
a-
basically imagine a centre parks. It's like a
Even smaller,
log
quieter.
cabins, foresty, hot tubs.
Each accommodation has hot
Relaxation.
tubs, some have swimming pools.
Yeah.
Very relaxed. They have a gym. They have like an on-site restaurant and bar. They have like tennis courts. They have segways. They have a little tiny farm. It's very small. It's in
nice though.
Lincolnshire.
Lincolnshire, yeah.
In a nice little wood spa town, something like that. But we
Yeah.
have been. I think that was like our 4th or 5th time going. We've been with the kids multiple
Yeah,
times.
we've only ever been
We've
with the
took
kids stuff.
I've took my niece and nephews. We went with a large family of us.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
stayed in
yeah,
a big,
yeah, yeah.
lovely accommodation. The first time it's called the Lincoln. 2 hot tubs, big garden. It's really nice. Like all the attention to detail is really there. Like they all look nice. And we went for Christmas. For my birthday, we went for Marcelo's birthday, and obviously then me and Nathan went together, and it was really nice to go together. Obviously, it is a smidgen of the price when it's just the two of us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
To stay there and
Yeah.
to eat and to
Yeah.
do whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
And we had 0 plans.
Yeah.
So we ran off no time.
Literally did nothing
Nothing.
for 2 days straight.
Yeah.
We did.
Well, it was.
Went to the gym.
We went to the gym. We went out to eat.
There is a gym on site.
On
and it's
site.
a good gym on site
It's
as well.
small, what you
Yeah.
need. They have an on-site swimming pool, an on-site sauna and steam room and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just did nothing. We had no schedule.
It was nice, man.
It was like what we didn't even say to each other, so what do you want to do? It was just literally like we just
Yeah.
did nothing.
Slept. Even watched, the FA Cup final
Yes.
in the hot tub,
Yeah.
which is crazy. You know, I did that, Lorenzo.
Yeah, because you sent a picture.
It was nice. It was very, very nice. And the weather was good as well.
The weather was amazing. The main day, because obviously we got there at like 5 o'clock. Obviously, you could check in from 4. We got there at 5. We got changed, went and had something to eat, came back and relaxed, went in the hot tub. And then the next day is like the whole day night
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
get. So that's
yeah.
like the main day. And then we came back the next morning on the Sunday. So we went Friday till Sunday. And the Saturday, the weather was It didn't start great.
No,
did
it was
it?
all grey and that.
Until like 12 o'clock, and then oh my god, nothing but pure sun for the whole time until up until like
here it was
8,
hot.
9 o'clock.
It was hot every day, no clouds on anything. So
No, it was hot. It was hot.
Did
when
you have
we
a
were
hot tub though?
I know.
no,
yeah.
but we had a garden.
Did you? So
did we.
we had the fields and fields.
I slept on the sofa. How about that?
You've slept on that sofa before. How about
Yeah,
that?
because that sofa's comfortable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
That's
very
probably the
good.
best
Yeah,
sofa
yeah,
in the
that's
house.
Melo tried to take it off me at first. It was low, long legs, it was like hanging off the sofa and that.
Really?
Lying like this.
It's like a double bed, that sofa,
Yeah,
really.
the sofa's massive.
But yeah, so that was really good. And then we came back on the Sunday morning, well,
Yes.
afternoonish. For the kids decorate the house up for Nathan, and then we had some presents and stuff.
Yeah,
And
it was nice. It was
That's
very
all
nice.
in our Meet the Greers vlog. So if you guys don't follow Meet the Greers, it's our family channel. Head over to there. You'll see the whole birthday vlog. You'll see Bayland. You'll see all the stuff that we're talking about over there. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
It was nice, man. It was different. First time really being away in the morning for my birthday.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Nathan doesn't like doing that, really.
Do you know what? I never am away from the kids on birthday or Christmas.
No.
Obviously, apart from that one time
Yes.
on Christmas.
Oh, God. Well,
that was
I think that's a
horrible.
whole nother podcast.
It is a whole other podcast, man.
Who drove on the way back?
Dad drove a little bit to Starbucks.
Why?
Well, about an
What's
hour.
that for?
And no, listen. If you would have
Oh.
watched, he obviously hasn't watched the vlog. He never watches that family channel because you would have seen
No.
that I wanted to drive, but Dad was like, no, I'll drive.
Yeah, it's like a
We went to
3-hour drive.
Starbucks.
You can drive the whole way there.
Yeah.
Back, rather.
It's a bird.
Yes.
But yeah, that's a whole other podcast. That
Yes,
one is.
it is.
That's a very
Yeah,
traumatic,
yeah,
touchy
yeah.
subject. I just don't like talking about it like that. It's
It was
really
horrible, man.
Horrible.
Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways.
So,
Woo.
38, man.
38.
Feel good, though. I feel like I'm looking younger, though. I looked at myself in the mirror the other day. I thought, oh, my God.
You know what you said to me like 5 minutes ago?
I heard.
If I was to shave my beard, me and you would look the same age.
And was that just before we started the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, so you was downstairs then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was, yeah.
There we go. Do.
Actually, no, it was
Oh,
before I went
get him out.
Get him out.
Get
Yeah.
him
It was
out,
before,
man.
right as I was going upstairs to do my work.
okay.
really?
Because
Yeah,
you were saying,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
look at the height. And it was because we were setting up in
yeah.
here. We were setting up in here.
Lorenzo,
I think you probably
okay.
do look older than 16. That's why.
Do I?
And you've just turned 16. I feel like if you were to
Yeah,
turn
some
around to
people old
somebody
face.
and say, "Oh, I'm 18," I think people would believe you.
No, they wouldn't.
It's the mustache.
Because Tekkerz Kid's 16.
Yeah, so what, though?
Yeah, but
Your face.
it's because he's known.
Yeah.
That's why.
No, he does look about... No, I think he looks about 16, 17.
think?
I do look my age.
I feel like you look a little bit
He
older than
definitely
your age.
acts around 16, 15,
He acts around 14.
13.
12. But he gets that from you.
Yeah, I act like 15.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
at Thiago's age.
I act so kiddish in this house, man.
Yeah, he
It's
does.
mad childish.
He does. I can.
You know what I'm saying? I can't even... Like, I like the times when the kids are messing around. I can't
can't
say,
he
I
can't
can't
tell
say
them
stop
off.
being childish.
Yeah.
I can't say that.
You can't.
Because
Just
like,
me.
I do
When he
every
says
single
that, I
day.
just laugh at his face.
Bad cop, good cop. Literally.
Yeah, but but the kids know, though.
Yeah, they know not
Bad
to
cop,
yeah.
good
Do
cop.
we?
What do you mean, do
Bad
we?
cop, good cop, sergeant
you
major.
know that. Obviously, most of the time I'm happy, joking, laughing with the kids, but they know what's a joke and what's not a joke.
Yeah.
Do we?
Oh, Lorenzo, don't be down. You know for a fact, yeah, I don't mess around. When it's serious, I'm not playing no games.
Thing is, I feel like,
You
yeah,
know it, so don't act like that.
in this
Yeah.
house, my tone of voice is never like this. It's always like this. I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
but the thing
always
is, you
loud.
do it too much, though.
I can't help it because
And
no one
when
don't
you do-
listen.
The problem is when you do it too much, yeah,
Comes
it
the norm.
becomes the norm.
I know.
You got to know when to switch it on and
I'm
off.
fighting a losing battle. There's nothing I can do about it. It just
I
is
hear-
what
Do
it
you know what I'm
is.
saying?
I hear my actual name too much now from you.
Yeah.
The actual name.
Yeah.
Do you know,
Lorenzo.
one thing that irritates me what you do, yeah?
What?
Like, say for example, you walk in the kitchen's a mess.
Oh,
And then you'll say, someone come and tidy the kitchen out. Someone who is going to volunteer to walk downstairs. I would never do that. I will say, I'll call a name. Lorenzo, come sort the kitchen out. Sienna, come sort the You can't say someone.
I feel
because
bad
no one's
about
gonna do it.
targeting one person.
I'll
though.
target-
target the person that didn't do it.
Yeah.
No, because sometimes it's someone's chore, kitchen, but someone would have been in the kitchen and made noodles and left noodle packet on the side and noodle crumbs on the side.
I know who that
I'm not,
person
I'm
is,
not
right?
calling the person down who's got to do the kitchen in the evening to clean up someone else's noodle mess.
Yeah, no, it's true though. However,
Lorenzo.
yeah,
Or the person who
know
leaves
what?
juice on the
No,
side
he
and leaves off
takes
the
the-
juice
I
and,
know,
and it
it's
cooks on the
just
side.
ridiculous.
Lorenzo, the
just
person that
forget.
leaves
Why are you
sugar
so
on the
messy?
side
I
when he
just
makes
forget.
cereal. Lorenzo, I've walked into the kitchen. But what the hell is that on
I'm
the
not
floor?
messy. You see how clean my
Sugar
room is?
sugar.
all over the floor.
Yeah, but your
That's-
room's
that-
clean.
come on.
No, to be fair, your room is clean sometimes. Most of the time,
Sometimes.
90% of the time, your room is clean.
His own personal space is
But
clean.
but soon as you go somewhere else, it's a mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like when you go in the kitchen, you leave things on the side of that.
It does.
You
all
know,
the time. Leave the sauce out.
Them not make noodles more than me.
That's got nothing to do with it.
Not talk about just the noodles. Don't run it back there.
Yeah.
Thing is, yesterday, right, I told you to put the sauce away.
I did.
And you didn't, because this morning I come downstairs this morning and the two sauce was still in the same place.
I had the kitchen
Lorenzo,
yesterday.
Llewellyn, Greer.
Yesterday.
I can swear on mine, yours, and Dad's love right now that I came down this morning and I had to put the mayonnaise and the ketchup in the fridge, even though last night, before I went to bed, said Lorenzo, don't forget to put the sauce in the fridge.
Yeah. That's
Typical
it.
You know what? You know why? I think because I made ice cream.
Yeah.
You said you could make ice cream?
You said I could.
Did I?
You did before I went up.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Yeah, you did. And then I made the ice cream and I spoke to Dad and I went to bed.
Got too carried away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Always
it's annoying. The chore thing is a joke though. These kids keep trying to forget about. It's how they act like they forget to do their chores or they're doing it. Do you know what I mean?
For
Or
me,
it's accidental.
For me, we spoke about chores before. All the kids have a chore in the house, but
do.
Marcelo doesn't. Tiago,
Marcelo needs to start jumping on
leave
the chores,
Marcelo
you know.
alone anyway.
He doesn't it?
Leave him
Yeah,
alone.
He's
I make
old
him
enough now.
Yeah, he does do bits and bobs though.
He brings.
Dude, he
Listen,
does bits and bobs.
he brings the
I
shopping
thank
in
you
from
for
the
the
car, and he can
Yeah.
bring in the
He
big,
just wants
big
to
bottle of
he
water.
wants to prove that he's strong and he won't even leave it in the right place, so just throw it on the floor.
No,
No,
leave him
no.
alone.
He helps out in the games
And he'll
room.
run off like this in the game.
Yeah. He helps out in the games room.
Yeah.
He tidies up in there.
He does.
It shouldn't be a mess in there in the first place.
Yeah, but you leave. You can't say nothing.
I don't go in there.
Yeah, you eat in there.
You do leave
I
things
eat
in
my
there.
dinner in there and then I bring my plate back up.
You've never left the bowl in there.
But where I
Or
eat,
sauce.
And like, you've never left the bowl in that games room.
no, I swear to God, I actually haven't.
Oh my.
Do you know what? You're incriminating yourself so bad.
Disgusting
It's not
behaviour.
me. It's the
Absolutely
twins that leave their
disgusting,
bowls in there.
But yeah-
Soraya, she leaves and puts her feet on the radiator and leans back on the
Oh,
pool
she is
table.
lazy. Do you know what? Is it
she's
me or
not,
girls
though.
lazy? Sometimes she's lazy.
She's helpful.
She's helpful, but she can be lazy though.
She can be lazy.
Like the chances are her room will be messier than everybody else's.
Yeah, and when she does kitchen, which is obviously the kids, I've told you the kids do kitchen, bathroom or their bathroom, and they'll do up the hallway. When I say do kitchen, they'll do the dishes, but then obviously there's still
No,
loads left for me to do.
I actually.
He does do it. Lorenzo does do it well. Soraya will do the bare minimum. So she'll do the dishes, but she won't put away the other dishes that are drying, and she won't put the rubbish in the bin.
You know
out
what
in
used
the
to
bin.
irritate me about that as well? She always used to say to me, "Oh, you have to put the rubbish in the bin because I can't lift the rubbish."
Is that what she said?
Yeah,
Taking
and
it
I had
absolutely.
to do it as well.
Really?
Yeah,
Taking that absolute me.
You
you know,
thought to do it.
irritate. You said I had to do it because she couldn't
How
carry it.
long ago was this though?
Couple weeks ago.
No, you're right. It's a lie.
About couple months ago.
Okay.
But they won't like spray or clean the sides down.
Hey,
Sienna, he does, right. I'm not saying talking about you. Sienna, when she's ready, when she's in the mood, she's got a music on and she's getting in the vibe, she'll clean the kitchen so spotless. I'll be like, that looked like I did it.
Hey, don't remember that one time though. You remember that one time I done the kitchen?
Yeah,
That
it
one
was nice.
time.
But
No,
why one time though?
I know.
Because I wanted to prove that I was better than Sienna.
Oh, was that the reason why you did it?
Yeah.
So
That's why
they,
you cleaned the
thing
kitchen.
is,
Yeah.
they can clean.
That is
my kids
ridiculous,
can
man.
clean. I've always made sure there's a
It
level
was
of
so petty though.
cleanliness.
I remember like she did it. And I was again irritated because she kept
I was
glazing her in
glazing
the
her
kitchen.
for it,
innit?
yeah, because she did it
And I was
really
like, nah,
good.
watch when it's my turn, and I done it. I remember I had training the next day as well. And when I started cleaning the kitchen,
Yeah, you did clean.
I cleaned everything.
He did.
Everything.
He did.
I washed everything on the side.
The only
I
thing that he
cleaned the
probably
windows. I cleaned the windows.
He did.
in
The only thing
The
he
kitchen.
probably didn't clean was inside the microwave, but I'll allow you for that one.
I forgot
Anyway, yeah. The
Yeah.
kids can clean at a good level. I've always made sure, one thing I will make sure with my kids is that they can clean a bathroom, a kitchen, and keep their room clean and know how to wash laundry. Because when you step outside this house into the big wide world, I want to come to your house and not have to be like, yeah, this ain't clean, because you've been raised a certain way. And I feel like some kids really get like slapped, like they get a lot of like
Freedom.
freedom.
What?
They get a lot of freedom.
Freedom to not do chores.
Yeah.
They just get like, parents just do it, 'cause sometimes it's easy just going, you know what, forget it, I'll just do it myself.
No, I think you should always do
Nah,
certain chores, man.
Dathan has woke the kids up. At
Oh, do you know why though? Because what will happen is, yeah, obviously, as we explained,
Yeah.
kids will have chores on a certain day, and then basically you walk into the kitchen, there's plates piled high, like nothing's been wiped
You
down.
see my dishes
bro,
yesterday?
Nothing's been wiped down. Yeah, I seen yours yesterday. Nothing's wiped down. Things have been left on the side. You walk in the hallway, the shoes in the hallway just been left and that. No one's done their chores and they've gone to bed. So I'm dragging geese out of bed. Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm going upstairs. Do you know what? I went upstairs, yeah. The last time I did it probably was last week, yeah. 2 weeks ago. I went into Soraya's room because she hadn't done the kitchen yet. It's probably about 10:30, yeah. And I've gone into her room. I said, Maya, it's silent. I said, Soraya, silent.
Basically.
Yeah. I lifted her sheets up. She had her phone there and everything. Pretending to be asleep. So she didn't have to come back downstairs and do her chore.
Yeah, but if you're
What
going
a
to let
disgrace.
anybody off, it would be Soraya.
She did that yesterday.
And if I'm going to let anybody off, it would be Sienna.
Yeah.
Because I always sometimes, you know what, I got to cook it in the morning.
I don't let you get let off all the time.
Do I?
How many
You always
times?
he comes downstairs and goes, I've got a kitchen, but
No.
can I do it in the morning?
You know what's that?
Please.
I've been at David.
I've done it all the time.
Yeah, but
all the time.
Nah, I've been at David.
Oh, you know, Leventhal's been playing football all day. He's been gone all day.
Yeah,
man.
because the
Do
days
you know what I mean? We'll let him off. He can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, luckily, Mum changed it. But the days that I used to have kitchen was a day like I'd have David or something, or come back and I've had football,
Don't
and
matter.
I got back late and I've just eaten. I need to go to bed because I had to like get up for
Get for what?
David next day.
I see, but that's not an excuse, though.
That's just life.
That's life in general.
Come on now.
For people who work 9 to 5, they still have to come home and
Listen,
clean and cook their house.
See, one thing about this kid is, I've been trying to drum it into him. Yeah, you play football, and that's at the moment up until now where you're going to start to get paid to play football. It's a hobby because you like doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? No, it is. You love playing football. Do you not? Yeah. Exactly. So when you're going to play football, that's something you enjoy doing. You can't then come back home and be excused from doing everything else. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's a hobby. It's a luxury until it becomes a job, which is about to come. You know what I mean?
So now will I have it? Excuse me.
No, definitely not.
It's a job.
Because
I basically have a job. I'm employed now, basically.
But obviously, you could be going into digs right now.
I could be
Like,
going
if
into
you were
digs.
going into digs, you'd have to be responsible. You'd have to still do
you know what we
stuff.
should do?
What?
We should get a digs house in it. Me and my friends will move in.
No.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be sick, though.
To be fair.
Put a camera in the corners of that.
Oh, what?
No.
That would make it series.
Go on,
and a
the
half.
views.
Oh
views.
my gosh.
Seasons
No.
and that as well. We bring different people into the house.
Do you know what?
No.
Digs. What an idea
No.
for a TV program.
You're gonna move
We
with it.
just call it digs. We just call it digs.
Call it digs.
Yeah.
Get kids in from the academy.
Yeah, and see
And
what
then,
see what
and then
happens.
put cameras in the house. And then obviously see what their lifestyle, obviously be strict on them, make them have to do chores and stuff. That would be a good program, you know?
Yeah.
Why is talking?
That's
This is
not a bad
this is
shout,
going to be in on ITV. Are going to take that.
Hey,
and
hey,
see it.
No.
I'll message the boys after.
I'll message the boys after that.
Come on, Dad. Imagine it. Though.
It would be good.
It would be good, innit?
It would be good.
It would be traumatic.
Yeah,
But it would get the
it would get the views.
get the money down.
It's not all about getting the money. That would be stress. But yes, Lorenzo obviously is starting his professional. I say professional. You say I shouldn't say professional.
No,
yet.
I'm not.
He's not professional. You're not a professional until...
But you're
I don't
getting
like
paid.
being called a professional yet.
But you're not a professional.
Yeah, but I don't like it when people call me professional.
But you're not a professional.
But some people call me professional already.
If you get a pro contract...
Some
you're
people are
professional.
already saying, "Oh, he's made it already."
No, you haven't made it. No way.
No, I'm not saying that.
Miles
but
away from
when
making
you're
it.
getting
I don't
paid,
like that. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah.
when you're getting paid, 'cause obviously you're getting scholarship payments.
Yeah.
Is that not like now you're a professional? What? You're academy and now what? Because you're not academy no more.
I'm a scholar.
Is that what they say? Just
I don't
scholar.
know.
Scholar.
See, do we need to obviously go into a bit more detail as to what we're actually talking about here?
What
Other
we're
people might be watching for the first time. I have no idea what we're talking about. Do you know what I'm saying? We do it every single podcast.
These ain't watching for the first time.
No,
You
but
gotta
they
be
might
like
be
that,
watching
Jen.
or
You
listening
like
for the
that,
first
you
time.
like that.
Lorenzo's in an academy.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Lorenzo's in the football academy. He's been there since under 6. Yeah. He's now about to go into a scholarship year. So scholarships go from under 16 to under 18. Yeah. 2-year scholarship, but you get paid to play. It's serious. You're there all day long, 9 to 5, whatever it is. Yeah. And it's your actual job. That's what you do. You do your education.
So instead of going to college,
instead of going to college, you work for the football team as an apprentice.
Yes.
So I just see it as an apprentice football player.
okay.
So that's what Lorenzo's about to do. Yeah. So when we say, oh, Lorenzo's about to go and play football and get paid, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're not talking. He's not getting no £100,000 a week, guys.
No,
not yet.
he's not.
He's
he's
on
not.
his apprenticeship fee, which is the same amount for all the kids.
Yes.
Throughout the academy.
Yes.
I don't know if it's every academy's the same.
I think it is, you know.
I think there's a legal way of it that it has to be.
I don't think it is, you know.
But I think academies
know.
can top
Nah, I
up with
think
other things.
some of them are higher. Some of them have higher. Like some of my friends in it.
Categories.
yeah, but
Their wages are higher.
at 16.
Yeah, their
Yeah,
scholar wages.
they're getting money on the side though from something. Innit?
Yeah, because obviously,
don't know.
what you think is you can't earn a certain amount at your age.
You can.
Otherwise, to go out and get taxed though.
No, you can still earn. There's no
You can.
cap on what you can earn.
But
at
did
16.
they get taxed at 16?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Lorenzo, he's going to do his scholarship year. 2 years.
Yes.
But obviously, prior to that, Lorenzo's already been a working man. Boy.
Kind of. He has been a working man. You've been working since like 7 years old, really.
Yes.
In theory, innit? You've
Technically.
been working since 7 years
Yeah, I
old.
was on
in theory.
Broadway.
Huh?
What?
Oh, stop being that.
So he's been working obviously with his Tekkerz Kid channel from like age 7. So you had your first job, paid
Job?
job. campaign-wise,
Oh,
when you were 7?
Why are you so confused at the moment?
I'm baffled. My head's spinning when you keep saying these random words like paid, like a job.
Listen, basically, yeah, we've got a YouTube channel, Tekkerz Kid.
Yeah.
You're the main person on the channel.
Yeah.
You're the face of the channel, right?
Don't do this.
No, I'm just...
He used to say that, if the Texas channel was a car, you'd just be the outside part, I'd be everything inside.
You've been a badge.
Yeah. He said, you're just the body of the car.
I'll be the engine, the
gearbox.
gearbox.
Yeah.
I used to say that to you
I
all the
used to say,
time.
what the hell are you be like? I don't know nothing about car side.
Oh, it's funny. But yeah, so anyways, you've been working, that's what I'm trying to say. You've been working since a young age.
Yeah.
Because you've obviously had to go on shoots. You've had to go and do like adverts. You've been on TV.
You've been flown out all
over.
over the place to go and do things and
Agreed.
jobs and stuff. Agreed?
Do you agree, yeah?
Yeah.
That's happened, right, in your life?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So we're all on the same page.
I know, yeah. I just don't
But
understand why you're
the
so
thing is,
confused.
What
Crazy.
for you, obviously, what is it like being, I hate saying famous, but you are famous at a young age?
Do you think you're famous? Do you think you're famous though?
Kinda.
If people around the world know who you are, then you're famous. You're not popular.
Yeah.
You're a famous face. That's what it is.
Do you-
He's on famous
No, but-
birthdays.
yeah. But do you see yourself as being famous though? Do you think you're famous?
Yeah, kinda.
Do you mean kind of?
It's hard to say.
It's
and
hard. It is hard to say.
It's weird to
Do you think
say.
you're famous?
Yeah.
Okay then. If you were to put yourself, in like, say like you got like A-listers, B-listers, C-listers.
I'm in a B plus in it.
Yeah. Where would you put yourself?
Probably D.
Really?
Yeah.
D?
D plus.
And who else would be in that kind of bracket then? What's D plus? Who else is in there?
I don't know.
Do you think you're more famous than football players?
Depends.
Okay. Not the top football players in the Premier
Like
League.
championship.
No, in Premier League,
Yeah.
but just like regulars, the ones that play for like Bournemouth and like,
Yeah.
you think you're more famous than them?
Yeah.
I would say so as well.
Yeah.
I think you're more famous than a lot of football players.
I think you'd be surprised actually how famous you are or how well known your face is compared to other footballers.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Honestly, footballers, unless you're top
Like Man United.
Man
starter,
United start, but the thing is, not even just Man United. You got to be Man United and a known
England
player.
or
A lot of football players can walk down the street. No one even knows who they're football players.
Yeah.
They ain't got a clue who's who.
Yeah.
Like you could walk past someone tomorrow and he could be playing for, I'll say Bournemouth again,
Brighton
or Brighton, and you wouldn't know. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Unless you
support
follow
the
the
team, or you're mad on football.
Yeah.
You just you ain't gonna know no different.
Yeah.
Unless it's like popular players like Rashford and Haaland and like, do you know what I'm saying?
Familiar faces.
Familiar
that
faces,
are always
but
on the
right
TV
there.
or on
Yeah.
adverts,
Do you know what
like
I'm saying?
Jude Bellingham and all that
Exactly.
stuff.
But like that's like a small percentage.
Yeah.
Most people ain't got a clue who's who.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you walk past footballers all the time. you don't
All
even
the
know it.
time. If you
You know what I
haven't
mean?
got a signature boot, I feel like in footballer,
Yeah.
then you're not really classed as a icon because I feel like
Yeah, I
all
think so,
football
yeah.
icons have their own boot.
Yeah, that means you're up there.
Yeah. Rashford,
Yeah.
Bellingham,
Yeah,
Ronaldo,
yeah.
Mbappe,
Yeah, of course, they're in
Vinny,
a
all of them are
different-
like
they're in a different
they're
category,
like
though.
next
Yeah,
they're in
yeah,
probably like the
they're
0.00.
Yeah, S tier.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, I would say you're more popular than a lot of the football players. That's what I think, anyway.
The thing is, for me, the reason why I say it is because it's not just UK based. Even though we live in the UK, I feel like you could go to other countries, which we have done, and you're spotted more than you'd think.
And what happened? Yeah, because obviously you went abroad not long ago. You went with Birmingham
Without
City
us.
to Portugal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you went to play. What team was it? Benfica. That's it. The Benfica tour.
SLB.
Was it good?
It was very good.
Yeah.
Good time.
Good time.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously, when you went to Portugal, anyone like notice who you were there?
I'm trying to remember.
But in whole talent stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Why?
some,
Do you know what?
some,
I'm asking.
some of
wait
them
there
were
2 seconds.
English.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. I'm asking questions, just so this guy can answer me now.
Yeah.
Because if I don't ask the question, he'll just like, oh, don't remember.
Yeah.
But he can never remember.
But you've already told us because we know.
We know. That's why I'm asking the question.
Yeah,
Just so it makes sense.
They were English. Some of them
Doesn't matter if
Some of
they're
them were
English or not.
English.
Yeah.
But they were all older than that.
Doesn't matter if they're English. I'm saying when you go to other countries, people still recognize you in it.
Yeah.
Okay then. So
Even when they come here from the other countries, like when we play like Australian teams or American teams,
yeah.
they still recognise me in that, innit?
So and basically, most of the time for you, it's anybody that's into football.
Yes.
Would you agree?
Yes, or they have a little brother or sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. you won't usually get people that are interested in you and they're not interested in football. It's usually all football related.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would definitely say. I would say the majority of football, because obviously on his channel it wasn't always football. Sometimes
but
it was
it's
fun
mostly
stuff.
football, though.
But I would say it's mostly football. But also a lot of girls as well as boys that are into football. Like Lorenzo went to a tournament at one of the Sienna's tournament. His twin sister, twins. Sienna had a football tournament, and Lorenzo would sometimes come thinking obviously it wouldn't be as bad.
I just come because I wanted to kick footballs.
Yeah. And then he'd get literally hounded by all these. I wouldn't think it would be as bad because it was an all-girls tournament. I think, oh yeah, a couple of girls.
No, I didn't think
girls
it was
are usually
even
quite
that
shy.
bad. Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
It was worse.
It was worse.
I remember like I had to literally get a coat out of the car, a big massive coat, and I'm covered. It was hot as well. I remember, and I had to cover myself up.
It's crazy.
It was.
Yeah, it's annoying when people keep bringing like
When people keep coming.
The same people keep
and like
back.
you can tell, like it's like surely some people can start to tell on my face.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, you're right though. Like I've been there before, and I'm like, yo, okay, chill though, innit?
Yeah,
because you can't. Like, say for example, okay, you want to get a picture, and you come out to get a second picture, okay, two pictures, all right, fine, fair enough. Then you come back and you want to sign boots. Okay.
It's like the run and go grab things, come back with this and that and this and that and this and that.
Killing it.
The thing is, for me, like we've never had any issues with anyone coming over. We when people come for pictures or whatever to see Lorenzo, it's when you're eating. And you're in a restaurant and you're eating.
I can't take that.
And
there's stuff in my mouth as well.
And that is, you're actually eating.
It's bad,
but then you get people that come over and go, we'll wait until you finish. They'll wait till you finish or you're about to leave. That's fine. And I feel like that is, if you want to get a picture of somebody, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But when you like literally you're mid slicing through that food and you're about to put it in your mouth.
You shouldn't be doing that.
And you
shouldn't be asking people for pictures when they eat.
Yeah.
I think that's wrong.
Do you like it when people follow you?
People don't follow me though, Bog.
But they follow you around and they start speaking loud and that and stuff.
Do you know? Obviously,
that's happened a few times.
But
it's to us about you.
That low key irritates me, badly.
Well, what will happen is, obviously, I know what you're talking about. Basically, we'll be anywhere, for example, and there'll be like a group of other teenagers most of the time.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, is that Tekkerz Kid?
I swear.
Ask him.
But they're saying it so loud you can hear.
Yeah. And then obviously they follow around and stuff. And then obviously they build up courage.
Someone will build up the courage out the group
to
ask for a picture.
Sometimes I say no. I'm not Lorenzo.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. It works as well, sometimes.
What did it say?
It's like, okay, sorry.
Yeah, but do you know why though?
Why?
Because they know it's you, really.
Yeah.
But they just don't know how to react to it. Probably.
Lorenzo, that's mean.
No,
Sienna does it all the time,
I do sometimes.
I've done it before.
I do sometimes. Like,
you say it laughingly.
I joke.
But sometimes, the funny is, I'm going to buy a receipt kit and I say, oh, no, it's not me.
It's just not me.
All right, so basically, do you like taking pictures of that? Be honest. Be 100% honest.
Depends what mood I'm in.
Like, when's the worst time for someone to ask you for a picture?
I've lost after a game.
After a match?
Oh, so sometimes
I
you
remember one time, you can see it in my face, don't it?
Yeah.
One time, we must have played Liverpool at the stadium game, remember?
Stadium game. Yeah.
And I had to take pictures after. We lost.
Yeah.
And I had to take pictures after. People asked me to take pictures with their babies and that stuff as well.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And he was so angry because you
thing is, I felt bad because I didn't want to be rude in it.
Yeah. It's understandable.
But I was angry in it because we lost.
Yeah, man.
The thing is, I think we have to remember, obviously, you're still a kid navigating through trying to be like have a normal life, but also knowing that you are popular and people always look out for you or people always spot you, but you're still just a kid. That's what I'm saying. Growing up, you've kind of always known it because obviously you were quite young when you started doing YouTube. But obviously, it's still going to take its toll. Obviously, when you was talking on the 90+2 the other day, and about meeting Marcus Rashford, and a lot of people in the comments are like, it's their job, they should have to do it. And then some people are like, but they're just normal people. They just sometimes don't want to meet people, and it's understandable 100%. Because obviously, it's the same thing for you, really. Like we've been out, we go out shopping on a regular basis, and sometimes we've gone at different times, or we've not took the kids because sometimes it's just too much. We've kind of always made sure we analyse the situation. Not so much now because obviously you're older and you have to deal with it because this is life. And if you want to be a footballer, it's only going to get worse. Yeah. But obviously when he was younger, we'd either go different locations, sometimes we'd go different places, just so it would minimise the people coming up.
We did. Definitely did that.
We didn't do a lot of stuff when we knew it was going to be busy.
Yeah.
So we didn't used to go to theme parks. Not that you do rides anyway, but we didn't go to theme parks often, knowing that there's going to be so many kids. We wouldn't go to football games sometimes.
Yeah, we would go to football games, but we'd have to go and sit like.
We have to pay expensive seats.
I know.
I'd cover up as well.
Yeah, you have to cover him up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But obviously, as you got older, and obviously your fan base has got older, I think the people that come, obviously, there's still little kids, tiny little kids that come up or play football that are still mad fans.
Yeah.
But obviously, as you got older, I feel like you've managed to deal with it a little bit better. Do you think it's been easier as you got older or harder?
Easier?
Easier.
Yeah.
Or do you think it's just because you're just used to it?
Yeah, and because when I was little, I just didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Or say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously it's not like you were left that alone. There's always someone with you.
But like I just didn't know what to do in it. Like because
like how to react.
Yeah, because my attention span was like so short and that and stuff. Like it was irritating. I just wanted to like move on.
Yeah. I think it's crazy because some other people when they see like when you was at football, like your coaches sometimes will come up to us and go like it's crazy. Like they've had to like hold him back in the changing room because there's loads of kids outside that want pictures.
I know.
But obviously at the same time it's so unfair that you'd have to stand there for ages. Do you know what I mean? Like we had to go in sometimes, and they used to go take you on tours and stuff. There was like things they had to go through.
The thing is, like, when I'm at football, I just want to be treated as a normal person.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah,
like even when it comes to like, people taking pictures and that stuff.
Yeah,
I just want to be a normal person.
What do you mean though?
Like
now you mean?
Yeah, now in academy.
So in academy, what do you mean? Go on, say it again.
Like when people wait for me and that stuff and call me and that and stuff.
Yeah.
And ask for pictures and that stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to be normal.
But the thing is, you think about it, that's never going to happen. Even if you wasn't Tekkerz Kid, if you become a footballer, that's what is required of you.
Yeah, but right now,
and
like my friends in that because walk out fine.
They
ain't got to take no pictures or
they
ain't got to start people asking them questions and sign stuff and that.
Yeah.
It's long, isn't it? I'm a kid.
Yeah.
That's
understandable.
Totally understandable. 100%. But then you think about the other end of it, all the things you've had and how you've benefited from having this lifestyle and having this popularity is probably the reason why you have all these things. Would you rather not have any of this? You wouldn't know any different.
You wouldn't know any different.
It's probably a hard question for you to answer because obviously me and Dad obviously have had different lives prior to obviously YouTube. But for you, do you know what I mean? You get my question. Would you rather have what you have now and still continue, or no one know who you are and live a normal life?
Do I still play football?
Still play football?
Yeah. I would say one.
Where I am as well.
Yes.
Nah, I'd have to keep my life right now.
Yeah.
You've done so much.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And obviously, but it comes with...
That's what I mean. It's part and parcel.
Yeah.
You can't have one without having the other, unfortunately. With anything, any kind of celebrity.
It's like, I say the same thing, like people like Daniel Radcliffe and that, Harry Potter kid.
Harry Potter, yeah.
Like, obviously, he must have the maddest lifestyle growing up. Didn't go to school. Do you know what I mean? Had to do GCSEs on site and that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Had his acting friends around him, but probably didn't mingle with people outside.
Yeah.
Couldn't walk streets, obviously not.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world, don't forget.
Yeah.
Not just England.
Even
he couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
All these guys, And obviously, though, I'd love to ask him actually, would you trade that now and live a normal life? It's not about money all the time, but would you live a normal life and take away all the films and stuff or the memories you've done with that? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
What would you pick if you could start again? Do you know what I mean? It's hard, isn't it?
It's hard question because obviously, like you say, because they don't really know what it would like to live a normal life because it started at such a young age. They wouldn't know what they're trading it in for.
It's true. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I feel like with Lorenzo, because he was 7, he was really young when he got into it, and obviously it's like, but you've had so many experiences though, so many ones you go, wow, like there's so many things you've done. You've hosted your own football game at Wembley. Yeah. You know what I mean? The chances are you never get to play on them kind of pitches. It's one of the ones where if you play for England, you're playing, but if you're not playing for England or you're in a club big final, you're never going to get that.
Yeah.
Flying out to be meeting Ronaldo, Mbappe. It's just when you think about it, for a kid who's mad on football,
extreme stuff in it.
It must have been like insane. Yeah. I remember when you found out about the Ronaldo thing.
Yeah, it was in the small room.
It was in the little living room.
Yeah.
I remember they asked me who was my favourite night player. Said like Zaha or something. My mum was like, say Ronaldo.
Say Zaha.
Yeah, because at the time it was at Palace, remember? And Zaha at Palace, remember?
Yeah, because did you just think there was no chance you could meet Ronaldo?
I didn't know it was anything to do, but I thought they were asking me like an actual question.
Oh yeah.
And mum was like, say Ronaldo. Sarah.
Yeah.
We already
I was
knew.
like, all right. But maybe Ronaldo said it. And they said like, oh, how would you like to go meet him and that? I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, come meet him and that and stuff like, tomorrow I'll come to Turin and that. I was like, what? Ah!
He was so crazy on that trip.
Yeah.
He was like a kid that had been given unlimited amount of sweets,
Yeah.
and he was living off the pure energy of the sugar.
Yeah.
For the whole time he was there. But then again, you had a big job to do. You was live on Nike and Ronaldo's Instagram, and you was asking questions, you was interviewing him live.
And I had to play football.
And he
like.
had learned.
Yeah, but we
you
had
had to
to
learn
kick up snaps together
lines.
and that stuff.
You had to
Yeah.
learn
Yeah,
proper
yeah.
lines.
How many times did we rehearse it?
We rehearsed it so many times, and the thing is, even Ronaldo himself,
I saw one time you had to pretend to be Ronaldo.
I think I did. There were so many people we ran through so many times, but obviously Ronaldo came. He was on such a short. Had to record quite a few things.
Yeah.
And when he was told, because we was there in the little locker room, when he was told it was live, and he was like, "Live." And it was like, yeah, it'll be fine. I was thinking, right, like all he had to do was respond to the questions you answered him, but obviously you had to have that rapport. But it was so easy for
I remember
you.
walking in for the first time into the changing room, and he was just sitting there. I remember,
Yeah.
and that's the first time I seen him as well.
Yeah. Well, he walked past actually, didn't
Yeah,
he? And he did a thingy accent, didn't
He walked past, and he done a Manchester accent in it. And
he? You right, mate?
Yeah.
You right, mate?
He must have thought like I was from Manchester in it. I don't know. And then we walked to the changing room, and I seen him sitting there. I just couldn't believe it.
couldn't believe it.
Couldn't believe
I've
it.
actually got footage. Obviously, you weren't
That's
really allowed
extreme.
to record certain
Yeah,
things,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I recorded literally that was like a once in a lifetime, innit?
I think it was before we went live.
Yeah, it was.
It was literally like seconds before we were about to start.
No, it wasn't. Do you know what? The actual footage I've got is like 4 minutes long. You were in there with him for 4 minutes. He'd give you a hug and that he was stroking your head, and he was
Yeah.
standing. He was just standing there, like looking at Ronaldo.
Shocked.
They're having like big conversations
Yeah,
and that,
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about all these things that are gonna happen, and he kept doing that to your hair.
Yeah.
But he was such a nice guy.
Yeah. That's
And
crazy.
he was playing with you like at the end, and he should have been finished ages ago, and there's
Yeah.
still people waiting, and he's just kicking ball with Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop kicking ball with Lorenzo and that, and he taught you how to do the Ronaldo free kick.
Yeah.
So exactly
I
like do
remember.
this, and he kept lining him
Step
up.
back.
Do this. No, he stepped here, and he literally
Step
could
back.
see.
2 steps to the left. Yeah, 2 steps to the left.
Yeah.
3 breaths.
Yeah.
Then you walk up and shoot.
Yeah, decent, man.
Go on.
That's what I'm saying. So obviously you've had some real good moments,
I
innit?
think it's even for us as parents, the moments of them, because you're there in the moment. Because obviously I was there with the Mbappe
And Mbappe,
and the Ronaldo one. It's surreal to see your child who's such a fan of that person, and obviously you know that person's a mad celebrity as well.
Yeah.
And the way they engage with your child and make, like they always say, don't never meet your idols, but
Yeah.
every single person that I've seen him meet.
Yeah,
has
they've all been good.
Like
Yeah.
even Ronaldo followed him on the Instagram straight away. He signed a ball. He signed loads of things for him. And
Replied
stuff.
to a DM?
Replied to DMs.
Yeah, decent, man.
He
Yeah.
still watches his stories now. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's madness. And
Yeah.
like even like Jude, obviously, Lorenzo's known Jude Bellingham through like how long? It's like since you've been at the Blues. Obviously, he was
Yeah.
there from like
Yeah,
under
but then
12s.
he was a normal kid,
He
didn't
was
he?
a normal kid. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And obviously, the grow up and become famous.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think he ever expect to be.
I don't know.
Where
You
was
know.
he?
It's crazy.
Maybe I have to get him on a podcast.
I
I know Jude's watching this.
I know. Yeah.
But yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mad.
So basically, have you enjoyed this
Journey.
journey? So
Well, it's not over.
No.
Like it's
No,
over.
yeah.
No.
Obviously, but you know what it is though. Obviously, it's not over. But as you get older, there'll probably be less of the YouTube stuff in it.
Yeah.
Probably be less of the YouTube stuff.
And more of the
if the football thing works,
Yeah.
and there'll be more of that side of stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say, do you know what, the YouTube journey has been? Really,
Yeah, I
or
would
you
say that.
But do you know what, it's been stress.
That's been stressed though.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm joking. Yeah, it was good. It's been good, yeah.
The thing
Yeah.
is, it's crazy because obviously, realistically, if you do make it as a pro footballer and you do have like a good career, you already kind of know what to expect.
Yeah.
You're already like media trained.
Yeah.
You know how to
Yeah, to
speak.
be fair, I can answer
course.
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So realistically, for you, it's just going from one level to another. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you kind
yeah,
of,
definitely.
you kind of like smooth it. You'll be able to smooth straight into it.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed, the future for you when it comes to football is just as good as your career has been with
Yeah,
YouTube.
definitely.
Yeah.
What about thinking though? Like, obviously, we're talking about what it's like to be popular as a kid. What about like in school and that? Like, what was the kids like? Like, obviously, because when you're going into school and that, let's say primary school, for example.
Primary school is normal.
Okay, because
Yeah.
obviously that's what it started.
That's what it started.
But none of your friends changed or nothing?
Nope, none of them changed.
All your friends were just cool with it?
Yeah, they're fine.
What about, did like anyone else want to be your friend or nothing?
Because we're all kids in it. No one no one knew different.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What about secondary school?
At first, it was a bit like crazy, but then it was fine.
And it calmed right down?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it?
Because we was talking the other day about when you went to Hampstead Hall. Is in our last podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you went to Hampstead Hall for that sports thing.
Basketball.
That must have been insane.
Yeah.
Was you scared?
No.
No.
Don't we talk about today?
They would, because it's on the Family Circle podcast.
Oh, yeah.
When we on the last Family Circle podcast, we spoke about obviously Lorenzo going into a secondary school when he was in primary school, and it was for some sports thing.
Basketball.
And they had to lock Lorenzo
Basketball tournament, I remember.
and his classmates in the sports hall because the whole school was trying to get to see Lorenzo.
The whole school.
Dad, it was the whole school.
The whole school.
Dad,
I
remember
Hampstead Hall, yeah.
I
And there's
remember
over 1,000 kids
Dad,
in that school. There's not
Dad,
1,000 kids.
I
trying to get into that
swear,
hall.
I remember
No way.
it, and I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I remember looking out that window.
Yeah.
People banging on.
Really?
Rows and rows of kids,
Really?
like rows like this, stacked and stacked and stacked,
Like
all
a
the way
zombie
around.
movie.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Zombie
trying to get in.
apocalypse.
Zombie apocalypse.
And I can see the teachers shouting out, "Get out!"
Yeah.
Do you know what happens though in that kind of situation? You're in school and something's going on.
Yeah, everyone
everybody
else
runs to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then everyone just joins in the madness because
probably.
it's just madness, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a bit
Get out
better.
the lesson.
Yeah, serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like you
Crazy.
say, going back onto the Portugal trip, you had people knocking down the hotel doors to try and get pictures.
Yeah.
So it
So you're
doesn't
knocking
stop.
on your hotel room?
Yeah.
On your door?
Yeah.
In the hotel?
Yeah.
Knocking it?
Yeah, I was
Saying what?
irritated.
Oh, that would irritate me.
Nah, I said, nah, I'm not taking pictures.
They're knocking on you. How do they know you were staying?
My room was right next to theirs.
Oh.
And they see me in the lobby. See me in the lobby, you know. Chilling with my friends and they see me in the lobby. Then
know
we go
what's
up the stairs
crazy? That
and
is
they're
mad.
all on the stairs, innit?
Oh.
And I walk through and it turns out we're on the same floor. And then my room's like here. There's like there.
I would have asked to request a room change. I would have.
Can't do that.
Oh, you can do that? What do you mean? Apparently, the football team, the coaches had to have a meeting about it, though. Apparently.
Yeah.
It's too much, that is.
That's just because there was a residential trip in it, I think, for them.
For this other school.
Yeah. And they kept trying to knock on my door at night time in it and try and speak to me and that and stuff.
I can't believe
Take
that.
pictures.
Yeah.
So the coach, actually spoke to their person and the person got told off. Like they had to like tell people off, not they were shouting at people and that stuff.
Really?
Yeah, to like leave him alone and that stuff.
It's too much, that is. Do you know what? Whilst you was in Portugal, do you know a kid DM'd me,
Yeah.
says, I don't think this is fair. Lorenzo's took a picture of one of my friends.
Yeah.
And I haven't got a picture yet, basically, because obviously we've been told we're not allowed to take pictures.
Yeah.
But my friend's got one. Can you tell him to take a picture of me?
Cheek.
Messaging
The
me,
hell?
you know? I know, yeah, I saw madness like
That
that.
gets you mad, you know.
Honestly, absolutely crazy. That I ain't gonna lie, that would drive me mad. That would drive me mad.
Yeah.
Do you know what irritates me as well? Do you know how can you walking down the street? Obviously, not even just you. I'm talking about us and me in general now.
Yeah.
Do you know walking down the street? You know, people are looking.
Yeah.
Like you
Just to standing still looking at it.
yeah, like that energy of
Yeah.
like anything you're doing, but people are looking at it.
They're all standing in circles in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, and you're waiting for it.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I'm walking and I'll see like a certain type of people, and I think these are gonna definitely know that obviously we've done YouTube or whatnot in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting either stares or to be followed probably a little bit,
Yeah.
or whispers, or I'm expecting something.
Do you know that?
Do you know what I mean?
I don't mind. You get used
I
to
don't
it.
mind it.
The
I
only
don't
one
mind
thing
it. I
that
don't mind it. It
I
can be annoying,
don't
but I don't
like.
mind it.
One thing, the one thing I don't like when
Yeah.
people are sneakily taking pictures. That's my pet peeve.
Mom.
When you can see somebody,
Yeah.
and they're taking pictures of you.
Yeah.
Like when you're just sitting down eating, or when you're just out in the shop. I would rather them come up and ask for a photo.
I don't think I've ever had that.
You know the
Yeah,
last time
I've
that
seen it so
happened
many times.
Yeah.
was literally the other day when I went to the video game.
To the Villa game.
Yeah.
Oh, you went to watch the under 18s game.
Yeah.
What happened?
The people just take like they think I can't see them as well.
What happened?
And they're like,
They just sneak
taking
it.
selfies.
Sneak.
So you're sitting in the stands.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah, you're gonna
and
get
then
it.
people just taking pictures.
Yeah, they do it all the time to this day.
Yeah, but they're gonna come with an agenda as well. Oh, Lorenzo's Birmingham City and he's here at Aston Villa watching the Villa game. What's he doing? I wonder why he's here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, transfer move. Is Lorenzo moving from
I know.
Villa to Villa?
You know,
Stupid.
there was
Oh,
these two
yeah.
kids next to me and they kept whispering saying, nah, it's him. And I asked me, excuse me, he texted, I said, nah, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
And he said, can we take a picture? I was like, at halftime, I'll take a picture because I was fully watching the game.
Yeah.
And then at halftime, took the pictures. And then like they were on their phone showing people who I was. And I was in a blues kit in it. And I was playing in a blues kit.
Yeah.
And I was getting looks now. And
Oh, really?
Because I was playing in a blues kit.
Yeah,
and they were
yeah.
showing me, there, that's him, there, him.
No way. Oh my God, yeah, that's
It's mad
crazy.
though. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I did move though. I moved and sat with my friends after.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is insane, man.
It's
I swear.
mad.
It's a headache, innit?
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's so many things that obviously that have happened, and so many obviously highs and lows and stuff. It's just how it is. But I feel like you've handled it really well. I feel like a lot of people always say to me, "He's so humble and down
People
to earth."
always say he's down to earth.
And that's
though.
because I feel like
They do
we've
say
made
that.
sure
Yeah.
that he never gets to, do you know what I mean? Because it can.
The
Some
thing
kids
is,
can go
we
like
tried to
really big.
make the whole thing as normal as possible.
Yeah.
You went to you started in a normal primary school.
Yeah.
Then you went to a private secondary school.
Yeah.
Still pretty normal though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've done everything as normal. You've gone out as normal.
Yeah.
No, not gone out. I don't
Remember
mean
that time
No,
when he first wanted to go out on his own to
I'll get
town?
Yeah,
I'll get to
we
that in a
will
sec.
get to that.
We'll get to that in a sec. Yeah. When I mean gone out as normal, I mean that you're still mingled with people as normal. There was probably some restrictions
Yes.
as to where it would be. But like the only thing I would say that he hasn't really done, or you haven't really done, is like gotten bosses and stuff. Like that's one thing.
Without us in this country. He's never been on a bus in this
Have you
country.
ever? Hang on.
have.
Have
no,
you?
on your own.
No, not on my own.
Lorenzo's never been on a bus
I have been on the bus.
on your own
Not on my own.
with your friends.
No, I went with mum.
No, that's not. No, that's not
And
the
Nan
question. That's
to
not what I'm
someone's house
saying.
for a
I'm
bonfire
saying,
night.
no, okay, you've never been on the bus either on your own or with your friends
Nah, I haven't.
ever. Do you know what I'm saying? And to other people, that might sound crazy. Do you know what I'm saying?
I haven't
everywhere.
walked from like a location to a location.
Like far.
Nah.
He's always got cars to take him.
Yeah.
Which is that's
Or
that's not normal.
Or like walk to a food place. That's right down the street. Like I went goals the other day in it.
Yeah.
And like there was my friends walked out to go and get some food in it.
Why didn't you go?
I'm allowed.
Of course.
It was right. It's just down the street. In it. I thought I was allowed in it. Like,
Do you know what?
Thinking
this
I like
the thing,
that,
yeah. No.
He
Because
won't take a risk because he
Yeah,
knows
I
that
know, yeah.
one of my friends stayed, and then like basically
Yeah.
they walked out. Like they went to a pizza place that was right down the road. And
of course you can go.
I'm allowed.
Fuck, don't be daft.
Dad, I swear.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's probably because we haven't had the conversation.
You know what
to be
I
like,
think?
What?
When I go out,
Yeah.
I have to stay in this location.
No,
like,
no.
Stay in this
Like,
vicinity
no,
of the location.
No. Bog, you walk around this corner to the shops with your friends to go and get something to eat. It's not like it's a badass area. Obviously, let's say, for example, you had to go into Handsworth or Aston or something. You know what I'm trying to say? And you had to go and walk down like Soho Road.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be doing that. I'm sorry.
I won't be walking down Soho
No,
Road.
but you know what? I say that because it's like there's opportunities out there.
Yeah.
There's people.
And not everyone has good
Not everyone's got good
mentality,
intentions. So I'd rather not have that. Do you know what I mean? You just don't go.
Yeah.
What's the point?
There's no point. And you're not missing out on
I think
anything.
with this though, obviously saying, I'm allowed. The reason is because I don't think we've had a conversation, which is our fault, to say, do you know what? Okay, you can do this, do that.
The thing is,
do that.
I'd rather him think overcautious than to think of not like, oh yeah, I'll just risk it. See, you saying that to me makes me
Yeah.
realise that obviously we can have trust in you to do.
Yeah.
If we say something, you will follow what we say. Obviously,
Yeah, but it's going to get to a
parents.
point now where I've been saying this for ages. You're not like you're 10 anymore.
See, I feel like
He's
if
still
that was,
thinking
I
he's
feel
10.
like if that was Sienna,
Yeah,
she would have risked it. She would
just
have gone,
gone.
I'll go. My parents won't know.
yeah.
Soraya wouldn't do that. I feel like
Yeah.
Sienna would like, oh, it's just the shops around the corner. Oh, dude, no one will know. Do you know what I mean?
And people might be thinking, do you know, why would you not want him to go to the shops, for example?
We didn't say he couldn't.
Didn't say you couldn't, but as I said, it all depends on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like Birmingham isn't safe. Nowhere safe, but Birmingham definitely isn't safe.
No.
You know what I'm trying to say? And it's not like you're a person that can be easily missed. You have blonde dreads, quite tall. Everyone, it sounds so ridiculous, doesn't it? Everybody knows who you are, mostly. Especially like the kids that are going to be walking the street. They all know.
Yeah.
So all it would take, is for someone to be like, oh, is that Lorenzo? Get someone that's jealous, and then you're in problem straight away.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's all it takes. Straight away, you're in a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably best for you not to be in that situation.
Yeah.
But walk into the shop in an area like that,
The thing is,
it
I think
shouldn't be a
the
problem.
friends that you went with then, in that case, I feel like they would fully have your back. If anything was to happen, then that group of friends that you was with at that time wouldn't just leave you, wouldn't just walk off and leave you if anything happened.
Nah, it wouldn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like you need to know in that situation, if you're who you're with, like if anything was to happen, would they stay with me or would they just run off
But
scared?
the thing is, nothing should happen.
No, but I'm saying
because
you have to.
shouldn't
It's
be
crazy to talk
I
like
know,
that,
yeah,
but you have to
that's
think
how
like
life
that.
is, though.
It's mad.
But you shouldn't be putting yourself in a situation.
Having these conversations with your
of
kid
risk. Yeah.
about putting yourself in risk, even if you're not popular,
Yeah.
in general.
But for you, it's 10 times. I don't care anybody says. Listen.
I've broke down, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been hysterically screaming and shouting. It sounds really dramatic, yeah.
know,
Having
I've seen
anxiety attack and panic attack.
Oh,
Locked myself
yeah.
in the bathroom because this kid wanted to go to town.
Oh,
with his
yeah, I
friends.
remember that.
I was
Boring.
remember
looking
that.
up security. I was trying to get, and he had it planned for a while.
Security sounds
and I
a bit
knew it was
extreme.
coming.
Because my
right?
friends were talking about it for ages.
I knew it was coming.
I built up the courage. Can I go tell my friends?
He wants
like,
to,
please,
so
like,
basically,
actually want to
It was
go.
like 12, 13.
Lorenzo wanted to go town with his friends. He was in year 9.
No.
8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
8.
8. Okay. So basically, I had to drop him into town.
Yeah, and you walked me in there as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the point.
We had
but
loads of arguments prior to this, though.
Prior to that, you obviously, Ty, didn't.
I was like adamant, no,
Not to let
this
him
is a
go.
bad idea. He cannot go. Why can't you go to like Solihull? Blah, blah. All my friends want to go town. Why can't you go, Maria? No, all my friends want to go
Thing is,
town.
all my friends, like, they live by town. They don't live
don't
by.
care.
And
No one
because
don't live by town. Who lives by town?
They-
Nobody don't live by town.
everyone goes to town.
Yeah, they go
Yeah,
to town.
they
They
go
don't
to
live by town
Everybody-
though. They don't live by town.
Okay, they live closer to town than Solihull.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
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 And because Solihull's far, they can't get there in it and stuff.
Do you know what it is? Because you kids think being in town is cool. That's
Yeah.
why. Don't get me wrong.
Some
I
think
was
it's
there.
cool.
Oh, you not probably not now, but young kids do. Lorenzo, you think forgetting that I was your age at one stage, you know?
If they don't think it's cool.
No, they do.
I think
Everyone
it's
wants
a
to
place
hang
to be,
around
ain't it,
town. It's a
town?
place to be.
Yeah.
Is it?
Of course, there's girls there. There's shops. There's food. That's how you think as a boy. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Anyway, forget that. So he wants to go to town. Yeah. And obviously Tara doesn't want him to go. But I'm saying, look, he's in year 8. You can't not let him do things. He's gonna have a normal life. You've got to make him be able to do things. Listen, we'll come up with a plan. I will drop him to town, yeah, and then I will stay in town. I'll get something to eat and myself, yeah, which I did. So I dropped him into
you
town.
went yo in it.
I went to yo. So, anyways, long story short, Tara was moaning, saying, "I don't want to go. I don't want to go. He's got to go." Yeah,
You're not going.
yeah.
No, I don't
He's
want you
gotta
to go.
So jumped in the car, got to town, dropped the car at the car wash. Remember?
Yeah.
And then basically we walked up the stairs into Boring, and straight away, literally straight away, people coming up to you.
Yeah.
Instantly. I'm not joking, when I mean instantly. I'm like,
As soon as
okay.
we went up the steps.
As soon as I went up the stairs, fine. I expect this to happen. Kids are gonna come up to you, innit? And then
It was a Saturday, by the way.
and it was a Saturday, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was after training, I remember.
So I walked you to buy the bull where your friends were waiting for you.
Yeah.
You remember? And then I could see everyone like, I know this might sound so extreme, but I look out for this kind of stuff. I'm looking to see.
I was wearing a flashy Moncler coat, as I remember.
I don't know why, but it's just the clothes you're wearing, it.
Yeah.
You had normal
But it's
clothes.
just that's not, do you know what I mean? To us, that's normal.
Someone walked past me and said, I like that coat.
Did it really?
Yeah. Right now, that would be off your back real
I
quick.
know, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So that's what I mean, yeah. But what difference does it make if you wear the Moncler coat? Doesn't make no difference. A coat is a coat. If you wear the tracksuit, it's like, oh, you're a gang member because you've dressed like a drill guy or a road man. Like, what you can't win. You know what I'm saying?
can't
Like,
win.
what are you supposed to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, so walked him up to the ball. I could see his friends there. And as I'm walking up, I'm looking around in it because that's what I do, yeah, obviously.
Survey the
Scan.
area.
See who's about. And as I'm looking, I can see like there's loads of young people in it.
Bandits.
And then everyone just looks.
You said bandits.
Someone like the people
Town
are just there.
bandits, they live in town, yeah.
Everyone's just looking. Okay. I was all right, Bog. I'm gonna be down in Yo. So,
And you remember telling my location and everything.
yeah, make sure you tell me where you are.
And you messaged me at 10
Yeah,
shot
yeah,
you got.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you gave me some money to spend as well. I remember
Yeah,
you
of
gave me your card and that. I remember, yo.
Yeah. And I went downstairs, left him with his friend. Fine. So I'm sitting. I ordered my usual. I think it was the fat days. I was eating so much food then.
Was it like
I
a
might have
katsu
had
and
the
that?
katsu curry,
And something else.
and I had the ramen, and I had sides. I had popcorn, shrimp as well. I probably went all out, man, on my own. and
There's
that.
me upstairs in my room stressing like this, biting my nails,
Yeah.
holding my phone, waiting for something to pop off.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm sitting there eating my food and that. Everything's come out. Everything's fine. Yeah, chilling. Anyways, my phone starts ringing. Yeah. So I pick the phone up, and it's Lorenzo. And he's like, this is the maddest thing ever. He's like, my friends are getting robbed or something like that. That's what he said, innit?
Thing is, because I've never seen it happen before, I didn't know what it was, innit?
Yeah.
Like, some guys like ballied up and so black tracksuits, everything.
This is what I'm talking about.
Started G-checking us, innit?
G-check. This is what I'm trying to say. Who are you flipping G-checking? See, that's what I'm saying. This is that kind of stuff, gets me so angry about G-check. I know what it means as well. That's what I'm trying to say. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But the thing is, because he's not street smart at all.
I didn't have a clue
He's
what was going on.
never been anywhere. He's never walked down the street. He hasn't got a clue who's who.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what to look out for. I know, basically, you'd struggle in that situation. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So, anyways, carry on. They've started to G-check, what they said?
And then all my friends said, like two of my friends said where they're from.
They asked you where you're from?
Yeah, they asked me where I'm from. You know what I said?
What?
I'm from Birmingham.
They asked you where you're from?
Yeah.
You flipping disgrace. I hope you're watching this. I hope this is clipped on TikTok. You're a disgrace. Yeah, you're an absolute disgrace.
There's going to be someone in the comments going, it was me.
Yeah,
no, it wasn't.
Apparently, they were carrying
knives.
Yeah, as well.
They were carrying knives.
Because the way they were walking in that as well.
Yeah, but you're not bad though.
Yeah, because
you're a disgrace.
Fist fight. You don't want a fist fight.
Yeah, you don't want a fist fight, and you prey on younger people in order to try and get something.
Yeah, they were older as I remember.
You disgrace, honestly.
Yeah, and then
honestly,
I think 2 or 3 of my friends said where they were from.
Yeah,
and they put their arm around them, started walking off them and that stuff.
Yeah.
So a couple of my friends out with me, we went in the elevator and when I said,
so why didn't they put their arm around you there?
You were
maybe the area they said they were from.
No, because that wasn't what you said though.
That's not what you said. It's changing the story.
You turned around and said, they said, oh, we know who you are. We'll let you go.
Oh, yeah. No, he's like, I swear that's Tekkerz Kid. Oh, no. Leave him.
But leave him. What are you going to do, man? See, I don't like that. Well, do you know what it is, though? Obviously, it's different. I'm not acting like I'm hard or anything, But obviously, I grew up in a different situation to you.
Yeah.
That, it gets me so mad. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Because obviously, me at your age is totally different to your age.
Nathan's fighting straight out.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's different. Obviously, but I grew up in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That gets me so mad about leave him. Like, who are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, so they left you. What happened? What did you do when I said you just carried on your friend? They took your friends. What happened then?
I came to you.
Yeah, so you went
me
the story?
Me and my other friends came to you in Yo. And then we kept trying to call our other friends in it.
Did you run up? Did you run up and that?
No, we ran in the elevator and then walked over.
You ran to the elevator?
Yes, really. No, I'm joking.
You did run.
No, I swear that we did.
Your heart pumping up.
See that?
Were you scared?
Thing is, you said when they come to you, his friends are scared.
God, they were scared.
Thing is,
yeah.
Because I've never been like, I wasn't street smart in it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a clue what was going on. But when I called you and told you what happened, you sound like, you said, nah, come back to me now, innit?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. So my friends, like, I think they were scared. They won't admit it, but I think they were scared.
Of course they were scared. I could tell they were scared.
I was like, oh, my dad said I got to go to him. Do you remember when I come?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, come, let's go. So
so
they started jogging up to the elevator, innit?
Jogging and that.
Yeah. And I got in the elevator. Maddest thing as well. It's like a story. I remember I seen Daniel's story. His dad was in there as well, innit?
I was in the elevator.
Yeah, he was in the elevator, the same elevator. I was like, are you running on that? Yeah. And then I come out to you and you told me to tell you what happened. And I told you what happened. And I was like, and you were like, oh, where's your friends now?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. They walked off, innit?
Yeah.
And they said, I'll call your friends now, And they picked up and they said, oh, they were fine, innit?
Yeah.
And they said, oh, you man come back? I was like, nah. And my dad was like, nah.
And then I get the phone call.
Sorry, didn't someone's hat get taken now?
Yeah, someone's hat got taken, I think.
So someone's hat got stolen?
Yeah.
But it's not fine then, is it?
They just put on the acting like, it's fine.
But that isn't fine though. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's not fine.
And then there's me at home. Nathan phones. He's literally,
I remember.
They've been gone.
It was last week of the car. I knew something would happen.
They were gone literally half an hour and the phone rang and I was like, I told you. I knew it. See what I mean? Lesson learned. This is why you don't go to town, blah, blah. I felt, relieved. Because he's experienced what I knew would probably be the worst. I didn't want it to happen. Obviously, you never want the things to happen. But I felt like you need to kind of see something like that happen to realise, okay, yeah, it's not really safe out there. And especially for me, always for them person to say, we'll leave Tekkerz Kid. Next time, it would be, you drop that Moncler coat off, take off them off-white trainers and give me the hat.
And then oh my God.
And then imagine that would happen, because what would have happened is he would be sitting here right now.
I know, because I would be
in jail.
And I'd either be in jail, I'd be dead because someone would probably stab me or something dumb.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I was irritated that I had to go home because we was having such a fun time.
You was out for 15 seconds.
Literally, I'm not lying, we was literally in town.
But we was messing around and that and stuff. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Because there was 2 different friend groups, but like we all knew each other in it, and then we all came together. And it was just fun and that, and we was all messing around, play fighting that and stuff. And because you gave me money to spend on that as well, and my first time out, big day out, I was so excited. Yeah. And when you said I had to go home, I was screwing, I was all sad and that in the car, I remember.
It's one of them ones, it can't be trusted.
Drove off in the Lamborghini, I remember.
It's funny because you went into the car wash place and you told the geezer what happened. He was like, look, I'm not surprised we were just like that. Because obviously,
I don't understand what's got to do with it.
It shouldn't be. You should be able to dress how you want. Obviously,
he looks smart though. Do you know what I'm saying? He looks smart and presentable.
Yeah, but obviously he probably was wearing a lot.
But he wasn't targeted though. They were targeted as a group. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, they only seen me after.
To me, it doesn't make a difference. If you're wearing a tracksuit, like most kids wear, then you'll be targeted anyway. Yeah. Because they'll be like, oh, you're a road man, innit? Mm. So what difference does it make?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? They're going to target you. They're going to target you, innit? Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I see. You look presentable.
I think as well, it's different because obviously for me growing up, I had a lot of like cousins and that around and that. And you had loads of friends from your area. I feel like for him and our kids, they don't have many cousins that are like street smart. Yeah. Or like that, do you know what I mean? Or friends that are street smart.
You are because
we get it. You're street smart.
I'm saying it because you were out in the streets with your friends, and your friends were street smart and from different areas. You had a couple of cousins that were also the same as you. And that's what I'm saying. Because you're in and around that, you know what to expect and how to handle situations. He's not got like cousins.
You had the neighbours and that as well. You had the, you know what I mean? Like the friend neighbours and that stuff. We all went to the same school. I wish I had that, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I wish you had that.
Thing is, we did used to have that at one point.
A primary school?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did have it.
It's one of them ones, innit? It's like, obviously, thingy, the world is horrible. And don't forget, when we're growing up, it's worse now.
Yeah.
Way worse now.
I think it was bad then, but you didn't see it was bad. You were shouted from it.
It's bad. There was gangs and stuff, but it's worse now, though.
It's worse now because kids younger are choosing it to be that way. Like, you see silly things now, like silly things, dumb things, like kids 12 and 13 stabbing each other and stuff. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah,
like
it's worse now.
Like, what? Hang on, you've just left primary school and you're walking around with knives and stuff.
It's crazy.
Like, what the hell? Like, what is so bad that's happened in your life that you've had to do that?
Yeah, because they feel
it's the norm.
They don't feel safe without it. That's why.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, and they don't feel safe without it. So someone else has got a knife and I ain't got one. Then it's like, how can I protect myself?
It's scary. It really
horrible.
Is, man. It's scary thinking that you have kids and your kids are going to have kids. And they're going to, obviously, it's just going to get worse.
It's an absolute disgrace. So that's the reason why, then, it kind of justifies the reason why we're so overprotective.
I'd rather be overprotective than him, when he gets old, from now until he gets old enough to understand the reason why. Not like me, and him make it to 20, then me be like, oh, I feel bad, let's let him go. Or no, he's got to live his life. And then not make it to 20 and not be like, oh, well, you as a parent should have done better. No one can not say that to me.
No, I know, I get it.
No one can not say that to me because...
The thing is, this way, though, does cost a fortune, though.
Oh, it costs a fortune because Uber's everywhere.
He has to go on Uber everywhere. You know what I'm trying to
say?
It's
safe, innit?
It's one of the ones...
It's safer, though.
Yeah. It's just one of the ones...
I'd take every precaution, innit?
Like for example,
I'm good to hear that.
The other day, when you went to go and watch that Villa game that you were talking about...
You were stressing about that as well.
Do you know what it is for me? If I don't know the details...
It wasn't as bad.
And it's very vague, and it's last minute, and you don't know, because like I asked him, he come down, I was probably already a little bit irritated. I probably was my
because the kitchen was a mess.
And he was like, I'm going to the Villa game today. And I was like, oh yeah, with who? With my friends. Like, but yeah, who?
And it's like, where you sitting as well?
Let's put this into context as well, because you keep saying we've gone to the Villa game. You went to the game to watch, it was under 18s.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a...
No, I want to just get to it because people will be like, what are you doing at the Villa game? It was an FA Youth Cup game. You've got friends that play for Man City.
Yeah. Both teams?
And Villa.
Yeah.
So you went to go and watch your friends play football.
Yeah.
You were not going to support Ramsey and
it was a good day out and it was nice.
Bailey and Ollie Watkins. It wasn't that Villa.
Yeah.
It
was under 18s. Yeah. But he just, I asked him, I said, with who? With my friends and that. I was like, yeah, but what friends? Like, I need to know. I need to hear names. Like, I need to know what kind of friends you go with. You go with your friends from Birmingham City. You go with your old friends from school. You go with the friends you met from the other school, like the other Villa boys that you went to the other school. Or you go with friends that have come into town or come into Birmingham from Manchester and that. I need to know names. But you just keep saying friends. But I need to know who, and that irritated me because I must have asked you about 3 times and you kept saying friends. So I'm still upstairs to Nathan. I'm going, he's going to this game.
He's not going to this game.
He's like, if he doesn't tell me if he's going, if he's not going, and everyone's like, calm down. You need to leave and get. And I was like, I get it. After I thought on it, like I probably did overreact.
You
reacted the right way. But I feel like he does it on purpose to wind me up.
Dude does it on purpose. I just said my friends.
But you kept saying my friends. Which friends? I know most of your friends' names, or you tell me their names, but I need to know who. Because I need to know, do I feel like, okay, the friends he's going with, oh yeah, that's fine. They're probably just going to go watch the game and then they're going to go home or they're going to go get whatever. But then you have friends that want to go out afterwards or let's go town.
No, we went goals after.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah, we'll get
but
to
I'm
that.
saying there's certain friends that do certain things. Do you know what I mean? And all I just wanted to know was who. Like if you would have turned around to me and said the friends that you was going with, I was like, yeah, fine. You know what I mean? Like
so anyway, so obviously you went to the game, watched the game, but after that you wanted to go to play more football, which is crazy for me because you play football every day almost. And then in your spare time, you and your friends want to go and play football.
Yeah.
That you shouldn't be playing.
Which is mad. So anyways, you wanted to go to goals, which is miles away.
Miles.
No, of course it
From
is.
the location.
I don't know why we
Villa.
didn't go to the one that was closer, the one in Perry Bar.
That's what I'm saying. So anyways, it was miles away. Yeah. So obviously, I had to pay, because obviously your friends would have got on the bus, innit?
Yeah.
2 buses probably, 2-3 buses to get there.
Yeah.
Into town and out of town.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
So I had to pay, obviously, for you and your friends.
Well, for him, and his friends got in.
Yeah, and his friends got in.
But you obviously made sure his friends.
Yeah, but I had to pay for a 7-seater, obviously.
Yeah, but it would be the other way around. Your friends would have made sure. Do you know what I mean? Like, if
I was never gonna just say, okay, then you're gonna get in the taxi and go alone. You wouldn't want that anyway. Yeah. So obviously, I had to pay a 7-seater for you to get to goals from the Villa ground.
Yeah.
Just so you couldn't go on the bus because I just don't trust people on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that the right thing to do, or is it the wrong thing to do?
The right thing to do.
I don't care what anyone says. I think that's the right thing to do.
The best £50 you could have spent.
You know what I mean? It wasn't 50. It was £30.
It went
28
down.
something.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. At first, it was saying £50 because I think everyone was leaving Villa at the same time. But it was like £30 to get there. You know what I mean? But I feel comfortable.
If you had to put £30 price on him being safe, you
Do you know what I'm saying? Rather than him going to town,
there's no
waiting
price.
at bus stops, people coming up to you. You know, I'm like, nah, I'm sorry. I'd rather just you get Uber there. You know
and
what I
you
mean?
hear so many bad things and you see so many things and it's always like, oh, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, or they
No, sometimes it
no,
is
but
done.
I'm saying
thing is,
I'm just saying that happens, and
it
obviously
does happen all the time.
people, they thought he was somebody else or mistaken identity. Like it doesn't matter what it is for. It should never happen in the first place.
Yeah, I know.
People make up. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but the thing is, though, obviously, for most people, obviously, your kids have to get on the bus.
no, I don't mean that. I mean,
I'm just saying.
the crime should never happen in the
It
first
should
place.
never happen. And what I'm saying, obviously, I'm not saying when we speak like this and saying he gets an Uber, that obviously other parents, you shouldn't trust your kids to get on the bus. That's not what I'm saying.
No, because it's just a way of life.
Obviously, I'm just saying, that's for us, that's what we need to do. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying for most kids, probably won't ever have a problem.
No.
But for him, I feel like it's a risk.
Yeah. It's
Do
an
you know what I mean?
unnecessary risk that you don't need to take. So
That's
you don't take the
unnecessary.
risk. It's
because
like
we can
prevent it from anything happening.
So it's mad.
As a parent, you're going to do that because obviously in our situation, it's totally different. Obviously, we can provide for him in that way, but also he's not your average standard kid, and we know that. And we have seen it firsthand hundreds and hundreds of times where kids see him and you get kids that go crazy, like, oh my God, and all it takes is someone to,
he's
you know what I mean?
a jealous kid.
Or he's one jealous kid.
Yeah.
One person who thinks they're going to risk it today, or one person who wants to try it, or one person who knows somebody who don't like, who do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Who's
or one
on all
person
that.
wants to make a name for himself.
Yeah,
or one person wants to embarrass you and put you on TikTok.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's all it takes.
All it takes.
You know what I mean? Not going to give you the opportunity to do that.
Not today, Sonny Jim. Not
You know what
today.
I'm saying? That's just crazy. So it might sound a bit like over the top.
We probably come across as like, oh my God, use that. No, but I don't care what other people think.
No, I don't.
Do you know what I mean?
Either.
His safety, all our kids' safety is all we live for as a parent.
Like we've got on our house electric gates and a German Shepherd. Yeah.
On standby.
Why do we have that? Because people turn up to the house, knock on the door, shouting your name.
Can you come out and take a picture of my son, please?
It's crazy. Parents bringing their kids outside the house,
Taking
pictures.
When we didn't have the gate, coming knocking onto the drive, knocking the door. You taking them?
We had gates, so just weren't electric gates, so people would open the gate to come in and knock the door, and you'd be in the back garden and you'd hear from the front of the house,
Bang, 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 bang.
Tekkerz Kid. And even now, it still happens.
Yeah.
It still happens.
I swear someone threw a drone over the top of the house.
I think so. It might have been on TikTok or something, innit?
Yeah, someone threw a drone over the
It's
house.
like, do you know what I mean? So obviously, I can't take no risk, man. Simple as that. I ain't taking no risk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At all. It's
And
not worth it, man.
Sakana will bite you. She's not. She's
she
not
will
friendly.
bite
She
you.
will bite you.
Yeah.
She's been trained to bite, and we probably will get an extra dog because she needs friends. But
Can we
yeah,
actually give a
but
You
yeah,
get
and
this,
this is why. This is why I say. I know it sounds extreme.
Yeah.
When we the next house we will have, it will be where there's literally no one around. It like there's no footpath. So if you come in, you're having to
You have to
really,
get a car.
you know what I mean? You're having to really try and find where we are. And that's not one of the ones thinking, oh, use that thinking, no. It's just, I've always wanted a house like that anyway, but it's just easier for us. Obviously, if you're out the way, people only have to walk past and see, obviously, your car, and it's a memorable car, and that's it. And then friends call friends, and you know what I mean? It's just, then next thing you know, you got loads of little kids on there, little BMXs riding around outside the front of the house.
know,
It's
which
just
happens
like,
all the time.
happens all the time. It is what it is. Obviously, you expect it.
Obviously,
because kids are kids, and in fairness, if I was younger or you was younger and you lived on, or you drove past somewhere and you knew a footballer lived there,
I know,
do you know what I
yeah,
mean? You
yeah,
and your friends would be out there all the time, and
I know,
that just
yeah, you would, yeah,
just
yeah.
because you know it irritates them,
Yeah.
not
it's
because you
true.
want to see them,
Yeah,
because you
yeah,
know it's
yeah, yeah.
irritating,
It's
innit?
true.
But
It's true.
it's just it's life. Obviously, we never complain like about things like that because we know we're very fortunate to have what we have. But at the same time, because we're humans and not you put yourself in that situation, and it happens all the time. You're not gonna be like, oh yeah, it's fine. It's gonna annoy you.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. And obviously, for us, I feel like we've tried to do as much as we can to kind of prevent and not make it have an impact on his childhood. But inevitably, you can't stop everything, and you didn't have a normal childhood as everybody else.
Yeah.
But like I say, you've had a lot of things that have happened for the good.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
make it worth it.
That make it worth it, man. Yeah.
But yes, it's been
a good one.
It's been a good one. It's been a nice little chat, having Lorenzo and hearing you speak on it. These are sometimes the things that we hear from him for the first time, as well as you guys hearing it as well. So it's nice to know that obviously you do take consideration of where you go and things you do, and you know to not do anything risky.
Just for the record, you know, like when you say, "Oh, I can't even go up there to the shops or whatnot." What do your friends say? Well, Lorenzo, you can't even go to the shops.
Now they know because I've always been like that.
His friends have known though, because his friends have
They
seen
know.
it.
They know.
They've seen him be around people, and people. A lot of his football friends have seen him having to wait, or they've had to coaches had to wait for him to leave because people are taking pictures. His friends have been around that they see him in hotel rooms and knocking door. We had a poor, I'm not going to say any names, but who he was sharing with would like to deal with that as well, knocking the door.
I know. It's a headache, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's one of those.
So we apologise to his football friends.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
But
it,
then
man.
again, they get TikTok views, but they put you in there, so it's all right.
Oh yeah.
When they go on lives and stuff.
Yeah. You got any comments?
Oh yes.
Yes. Did you
Comments?
say no then? He said no. We like to go through the comments, guys, because you know on the podcast we always go through the comments and respond to comments in the comment section as well. So
Lorenzo,
if
do you wanna
put a
read out the
comment in
comments?
there, then we'll check his English now, innit?
Yeah.
From at Marcus.48485 5 days ago. Love the content. My question is, what are you used to his background ethnicity?
You always get this question.
I know, yeah. So I was actually born in Senegal, you know.
No, you don't.
Don't do that. I'll walk off, you know. You tried to convince, I believed it as well.
Joking. I'm not.
I was born in Mexico, you know.
I know, yeah. No,
Sienna still believes it, so don't.
I know,
don't
yeah.
bet
She
it.
still
still
believes it.
I'm born in England, and my parents.
Way.
I know, yeah. Parents are born in England as well.
Way.
I know, which is crazy. But then my parents, my grandparents, on my dad's side are from Montserrat.
So not a lot of people probably know that.
Yeah, I think they do. I've said it before. I think a lot of
But some people
know.
are watching for the first time.
you
And
know
you
what?
like to always say to me.
Yeah, someone always knows someone that's from Montserrat.
Yeah, but there's such a small island, so how?
I know, yeah. It's
So
crazy.
even at Lorenzo's football, there's been a couple of people that are there. They're from Montserrat.
They're
Like,
from
how?
Montserrat. I know. It's
Like,
crazy.
isn't there like such a small, like, I can't wait. I want to go there
7,000
so
people, I
bad.
think.
I want to go there so bad. But yeah,
I don't
because
like,
it looks
yeah,
beautiful.
I don't like the planes to get there though.
It's one of
the
them
ones that
walk
go on water.
You go on
and
boat,
that.
though.
Nah,
You
I
You
can
can
don't
go on
like that.
boat. You can go
Yeah.
on boat.
On boat, yeah, okay.
yeah. You have to
Yeah.
go to, is it Antigua first?
Yeah. And then go.
It's
to-
nice to Pirates of the Caribbean.
We should go to America first, innit? Then go to Jamaica, then go to
I
Montserrat.
think that's what you do, you know.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Yeah. But But yeah, so Montserrat, and then obviously other side is obviously from Jamaica.
Yes.
It's not obvious. So I think my granddad, I know my granddad's from Clarendon. And then
Was that?
in Jamaica, obviously.
Oh.
And then my grandma is from Portmore. Yeah, so that's my family. Yeah.
Yeah, so me, obviously, I am half white, half black. I've said this before. My parents are born here. Obviously, I was born here. My parents were born here. My mum, obviously, is white, and all her generations from what have gone back.
You did
Ancestry.
thing.
Yeah.
And your grandparents are like from Birmingham.
They're all from Birmingham.
It's so boring.
Warwickshire.
That is so
Born in Warwickshire.
boring. It's unbelievable.
So, yeah, my grandma,
Isn't it?
my mum.
I was irritated, you know.
He wanted,
It got me
he wanted
irritated.
to come out
I wanted
like
to come
German or
like
something.
or Welsh or anything going like.
Just like you get some international.
Yeah, exactly that.
Play for different countries and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as far as I know, my grandparents were born in Warwickshire on my mum's side. And obviously on my dad's side, both of my grandparents, Nan and Granddad, were from Jamaica. So yeah, that's it. As far as I know back. And then obviously that's obviously it,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the
Pretty
background
simple.
then. Yeah,
British
yeah.
and Jamaican, half of each.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, standard.
I'm actually from Taiwan.
Oh, get out of here. Next one.
Go on, Lorenzo.
Why is Lorenzo reading them all out for? I don't get it.
Because you really embarrassed me with my grandma last time.
So
Oh, he was poor though.
from Thomas Jones Job 5NX 6 days ago.
Say it into the mic, man.
From Thomas Jones,
Yeah.
it's spelled JHONES dash Joe 5NX 6 days ago. Bob Marley is my favourite singer.
Yeah.
I would love to hear him live.
Yeah.
Hear him live. He a legend of a singer.
That's
not
when
really
we
a
was talking
comment, that's
about
like a
who-
So Bob Marley.
That was when we were talking about who would have loved to watch live in
Oh,
last
yeah, because
episode.
last episode I said basically the only people that I'd pay to
Michael
watch.
Jackson.
Yeah, it's
Michael
Wu-Tang.
Jackson. Yeah. Wu-Tang and
I
Michael
heard
Jackson.
it.
Yeah, but it had to be all of the Wu-Tang, not just
Yeah.
the Wu-Tang
Yeah.
with two
And
members.
this guy-
He went on to name every single one just to flex off that he knew.
Nah, I didn't
yes,
name it.
yes, you did.
Actually,
I didn't say Inspector
Nathan,
Deck.
someone asked, yeah, what's your favourite Wu-Tang song in the comments as well.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Mine's
Go on.
Tears.
Tears.
Yeah.
Why? Just you only like the chorus?
I like all of it.
You
I
don't
listened to it
You don't
yesterday.
like any of the lyrics? Go on.
No, no,
My favourite. Don't I have a favourite? Favourites. Don't know, you know.
It's
I
real.
don't know.
It ain't not real.
I don't. There's so many I like.
Just name a few then.
I like with them all on. Obviously like Triumph.
I've no
Yeah,
clue.
that one's nice as well.
I've
I like
no-
Shadow Boxing.
have no clue.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know as well, don't you? There's a
They're-
good
just plays me all
thing
the
is, the
weird
ones that he's always
beats.
saying, they're all in my playlist.
Oh, really? It's decent, man. Yeah. Who's by the way, Bog? If you had to pay, to watch someone live,
Football.
no, not everything is about football, man.
Football on the brain.
Music, concert,
Oh, I don't
to a
really listen
singer.
to music
No,
like
no,
that.
but you had to pick someone.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Last question.
Last question then.
It's a long one.
Okay.
Into the mic, Bog.
At Pagey X444449.
Yeah.
One day ago. I honestly love these podcasts. I've been watching Tekkerz Kid since I was younger. Then started to watch Meet the Grizz and now onto this as well. I'm 21 and I feel as though I can relate to a lot what you guys speak about.
Oh, that's nice.
Ah, thanks, Paige. We
That's
appreciate
nice.
that.
It's crazy, you know, because like obviously people like have watched it. Like,
Which
usually
is
when
Melo's
they're
age.
21,
Yes.
they're not interested because like say for example, if it was just Tekkerz Kid, a 21-year-old, unless I've got a child, I'm not going to be interested in watching kids' football videos.
Yeah.
But
That's what you
obviously,
think.
That's what you'd think. But it's nice to hear when people obviously grow up over the years
And continue
and then
watching.
continue to watch because it's still relatable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy because now some of the kids that I used to teach in school. when I
Oh
was a
my
teaching
God. Remember in Birmingham City Go?
yeah, like there's
Mr.
kids.
Greer.
Yeah, there's kids that I used to teach that are like 22 now.
Got kids in that.
They got their own families, and like basically now they can watch and see that I've seen our family stuff.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
It's insane.
It's crazy.
They would have watched the kids.
Yeah.
Now they watch the family.
Yeah.
And I feel like with this podcast as well, I feel like we touch on so many different topics and it's like such a wide age bracket that I feel like we kind of, not to be boasty, but I feel like we do cater for all ages.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
obviously,
we do,
because we're talking about
definitely.
our kids and then we're talking about our, obviously, teenagers and younger adult kids and then our past and then obviously, I feel like we do kind of touch on quite a lot of
we do,
things. Obviously,
definitely.
we've done a lot of different varieties of topics as well, like with the school and the pregnancies and the births and all that stuff. So I do feel like
it's definitely
have
broad.
a good range.
Yeah, definitely got a good range.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I've enjoyed today again.
Yeah, really
It's been
have.
good.
Every time.
Yes.
Every time. I feel like the more we do, the more I enjoy it. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Love it.
Crazy. And we are going to be having some guests coming on.
Yes, we are.
I'm not going to say the
You had the same guest twice.
I know, yeah, it's poor, isn't it?
It's very poor.
It was free to get on, so it was easy.
Well, guys, if you like the video, don't forget to like and stuff.
Spotify.
Hit us with that 5-star rating, man.
We've been doing so
Do you know what I
well.
mean?
We're getting loads of plays. Well, loads of plays. We're getting good few plays. Good few likes and follows and stuff. It just means so much, guys.
It does.
Honestly, it
so
really
if you
does.
could give us that 5-star rating, and we'll catch you in the next podcast.
We'll catch you in the comments, guys.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you down there.
Yes, in a bit.
Bye.